102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to night two, boys opening night here at the Clopton Invitational. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, the high school gym. Marianne Everhart will join us in a few minutes from the middle school gym, the old gym here at Clopton. But good start last night to this tournament. Now it gets into full swing with the men's side of the bracket.
Yeah, the men's side should be, well, the women's side is going to be pretty competitive, but the level of play on the men's side should be a little bit better this year than we've seen maybe in the past year. But and you have the four-time defending champion Monroe City also here, who has been a perennial power obviously for 4 or 5 years. And so we expect to see some good basketball. They could be challenged by Winfield, Elsberry, Clopton, or some boys teams that could give them a fight. So, yeah, we're looking forward to a good week of basketball, and tonight we kick it off on the men's side.
We'll feature the two games here from the high school gym. First off, those Monroe City Panthers against the Silex Owls, the 1-8 matchup, and then we'll have the 4-5 between the Clopton Hawks and the Elsberry Indians, which was a 9-point game at the beginning of December. So, pretty competitive game, and I know Coach Tony Francis has cooked up some new schemes for Elsberry to look at this time to try and bridge that gap between themselves and Elsberry, who's off to a good start this season. We'll talk about those games and what's going on in the middle school gym as we start the pregame show from the Clopton Invitational next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill a prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
About 10 minutes from game time here at the Clopton Invitational. Boys opening night, and we'll have the 1-8 matchup to start things off between Monroe City and the Silex Owls. And for Silex, Jim Ross, new coach in there this year, Ethan Evans, and he's had to deal with injuries since the start of the season, most notably to Blake Thurman, who's been out with a broken wrist since the preseason jamborees. So that's a big hole to start your coaching tenure with. And they'll also be without Daniel Havlick till at least the weekend. He had a non-sports related procedure. And then Wesley Perkins is out tonight too. So that's 3 starters against the top seed, and that spells a lot of trouble for the Silex Owls.
Well, 3 seniors too, so guys that you'd expect to be leaders on your team this year. And without them, this game last year was unbelievable in that Silex was only able to score 8 points against Monroe City in the first round game. last year. I don't think Monroe City's maybe quite as good as they were last year, as they finished second in the state, losing to Hartville in the championship game. But they still come in. Their record's a bit deceiving. They're at 5-3, but their losses are to Kirksville, who's a big school, and Blair Oaks, who's a perennial power, and Webster Groves, who's also a perennial power out of St. Louis. Those are their 3 losses, and they'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. They've still got Father Tolton on their schedule. And so they're a quality opponent for anybody in this tournament this week. And as you said, the challenge for Silex is going to be a monumental one.
You mentioned Father Tolton on their schedule. They still got the two Toltons in the lineup, and they are a great duo. Those two guys can pretty much match up against anybody in the state.
Yeah, they are, and they come in with as senior-laden team as you will see in the state. 10 seniors on this club, and they've all been around playing together since junior high. I remember I've got a friend that lives up in that area, and he told me back when these kids were in the 7th grade, hey, we're going to be good in a couple years, and he was right. They've been good. Actually, for the last 5 years, they've been really good, and top shelf the last 2, finishing 2nd and 3rd in the state the last 2 years.
That's our first game. We'll have Clopton and Elsberry later on our featured broadcast, and Marianne Everhart is in the middle school gym. And Marianne, what do you have lined up?
Well, my first matchup for this evening is going to be number 2 Winfield, who has done a pretty good job of dominating their schedule so far this season, taking on number 7 Mark Twain. So we'll have that matchup, and then immediately followed we'll have the Louisiana Bulldogs, who came in seeded number 3 in this tournament, taking on number 6 Wright City. So we'll continue to provide game breaks for you throughout the evening right here on KJFM. Back to you, Jim and Mark.
So that's what's going on in the other gym. Thanks, Marianne. We'll take a quick break, come back with our keys to the game for Silex and Monroe City after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game for Silex against the top seed Monroe City. You got to slow the pace, first and foremost. You can't let them run and gun.
Yeah, no doubt. And if they get out to a big, quick start, it's just curtains for Silex. They've got to try and keep this thing slowed down. There's a great debate online this week about shot clocks in high school, and actually I'm going to write about that in the Patriot next month. But the only hope for Silex is to slow the pace down. I don't know if they're going to go as far as trying to hold the ball because Monroe City's quick. I don't know if they'll press. They can, and they're pretty good size overall. They don't really have any great big guy, but they're just got pretty good overall talent and guys that can jump out of the gym. And so their athleticism and quickness is going to cause Silex problems. And in this first 5 minutes of this game, they've got to keep from getting blown out right out of the gate. Otherwise, it could be a runaway.
Yeah, you can't miss an assignment against this team,
no.
or it's going to be 2, 4, 6 points before you know it.
Exactly.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll have starting lineups for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Your starting lineups for this 1-8 matchup. First for the number 1 seed Monroe City Panthers. They're coached by Brock Idris. They'll start a senior, number 1, Josiah Talton. Number 10 gets the start, also a senior, Kyle Hayes. Another senior, number 11, Joshua Talton gets the start tonight. Another senior, number 20, Jaden Robertson. And number 21, a senior, Dion White. For the number 8 seed Silex Owls, they'll start a junior, number 2, Josh Price. Sophomore, number 3, Tyler Twellman. A sophomore, number 23, Cole Fessler gets a start tonight. A senior, number 30, Colin Twellman. And a sophomore, number 50, Max Levy gets a start. So again, for Monroe City, it's Talton, Hayes, Robertson, and White. And for Silex, it's Price, Twellman, Fessler, and Levy.
Silex 2-5 on the season. Their wins come against MMA and North County Christian. And if you're looking for chalk tonight, if it's anything like last night, we'll have to see 2 upsets on the girls' side of the bracket last night. And so we'll see if we have any of that tonight. Clopton Elsberry, that's a potential 4-5 matchup. Anybody could win that. Louisiana, who comes in playing probably about as good as anybody, but they've been off for a while. They've got to be careful with Wright City. They're over in that small gym, and anything, crazy things happen in that small gym, believe me. I've been going in there for longer than I care to admit. So they've got to be careful. Winfield has Mark Twain, and if Mark Twain will have to play very well to stay in that game tonight as well.
Those are our starting lineups. We've got the opening tip coming up here from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
We're ready for basketball here at the Clopton Invitational, the 2022. How long has this been going on?
26 years.
Yeah.
26. I think the girls were 1 year behind, weren't they, if I remember right? Unfortunately, I've been around for all 26. Sadly.
Hey, I've been close.
Let's tell the folks about last night on the girls' side of the bracket. The number 1 seed, Elsberry, defeated Louisiana fairly easily. Mark Twain, the 4 seed, was upset by Monroe City, 43-33. They had actually already beaten Monroe City twice this year. Number 2 seed, Clopton, handled Wright City 70-32. And in the biggest upset of the night, Silex, the 6 seed, upsets Winfield 40-32. So things already shook up a little bit on the girls' side of the bracket. Tomorrow night we'll have Elsberry, Monroe City, Clopton and Silex on the winner's side, Louisiana, Mark Twain, and Wright City and Winfield in the consolation bracket. So as Mark mentioned in the open, we're off and running in the 26th annual. And both teams are about ready to go here. Monroe in their home whites, black numbers, gold trim. Silex in their road blacks with green numbers and white trim.
And I love the shoes on Josh Price. That is a cool color, green, and he matches the socks.
Yeah, he could be an entry in the Shoes of the Year contest.
The neon green ones over on the far side, those are pretty nice too. But I like that rich green with the green socks. That's a good combo.
I see big Jake Henry down there on the bench. He could be in the running for a hair entry. He's got the 2022 mullet look.
Yeah.
So we always got to keep an eye out for those fashion things, because these kids can do most anything, I think, these days.
It'll be Fessler jumping center against Josh Talton. Ball is in the air, and we are underway. Monroe City wins the opening tip as Josiah Talton will take it into the offensive end, give it off to Josh. He'll take the deep 3 to start things off and drains it. Nothing but net to start things off.
Josh had a pretty good football season as well, and he starts this tournament off with a bang.
They're both good football players, but basketball is definitely their number 1.
Full court pressure by Monroe.
With it out at the point is Price. Trying to make a little room, uses the elbow a little bit. Near the center circle and dumps it off to Cole Fessler. Now up top for Colin Twellman. Twellman at the free throw line extended, trying to find somebody. Passes it right to the face of Cole Fessler. Ball's loose and taken away by Josiah Talton. He'll take it up the floor himself, looking for a little room, gives it back. Now into the corner, another 3, and that one's a little bit long, but the rebound grabbed this time by Deion White. They'll try a 3 from the near side. Draining it is Kyle Hayes, and it's 6-0 just like that.
They can shoot it from the outside, but in the game that they had the most challenges, we got a timeout on the floor. I'll get to that thought after this.
6:53 to go, opening quarter, 6-0. Monroe City leads Silex from the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
6-0, just over a minute into this opening round game from the Clopton Invitational. Silex trailing at Monroe City. A couple of deep 3s, one from the top, one from the corner. And Silex is trailing by 6. And now the pressure comes. It's a steal off the inbound play, off the glass, and that's 2 more for Kyle Hayes. 8-0 Monroe. More full court pressure. Fessler with it in the backcourt. Works against Deion White. Spin move, gets him across the line. They'll stop in the center circle and hand it off to Tyler Twellman. Twellman goes to his dribble to the far point. Now into the corner for Max Levy. Levy going to try the three. It's partially blocked and taken away by Josiah Talton. Talton going end to end, puts it off the glass and in.
Well,
10-0.
Yeah, what we said couldn't happen has happened to Silex.
Ball loose on the floor, taken away by Josiah Talton. He gives it off to Josh, and here comes Monroe again. Silex just cannot get anything going offensively, and walking into a three that time was Talton. He can't hit. Rebound grabbed by the Owls.
I was about to say, and there's a steal.
Another steal, this time by Robertson, and he dunks it home. Jaden Robertson makes it a dozen on the board for Monroe City.
A two-handed jam, I might add.
Now a tip and almost a steal. Twelman picks it up. Now it is stolen. Off the glass again, and good for Kyle Hayes. Hayes off to a good start.
Yep, he's got 7. Now Monroe back up to a three-quarters court trap, it looks like.
Twelman trying to deal with it. Lobs it across the line. Now they get to the far side. Here's a three, and that one's misses everything, goes out of bounds. And back to Monroe City, and we see our first substitutions of the game as into the ballgame Cade Chapman and also Wayland Grave for Monroe City as Josh Talton takes a break, as well as Jaden Robertson, who dunked it a minute ago.
Well, they go 7 or 8 deep. I was about to say, in a game that was close in their tournament, Palmyra had them. Monroe ended up winning by 1. They did not shoot the ball very well from the outside. That's not the case so far tonight, as Kyle Hayes makes a believer out of me. He hits a three, his second.
Oh, my goodness. He's already got 10 points, and it's 17-0 Monroe City. Long lob pass into the front court. Getting it is Levy. Levy gets it near side now for Twelman. He'll try the three, and he'll drain it. Silex on the board with a tray from Tyler Twelman.
And did he stick up 3 fingers?
Did he?
Oh, my Lord.
Back the other way are the Panthers. Here's another three. That one might have been partially blocked and tipped into the backcourt, and having to chase it down is Kyle Hayes. Oh, and they're going to call a over and back.
That's not over and back. That ball was off the rim and then just tipped. There was no possession after the shot.
Yeah.
Last touch is when you have possession. But Brock Idris is having a little conversation with one of the officials. You're right, Brock.
Give him a chance. Give him this one. And now we're going to have a foul whistled against Hayes. First foul of the game for either side. And that can give us a chance to check in with Marianne Everhart with our first Eagle 102 game break.
Well, it's been an up and down affair over here in this gym. However, Winfield, the number 2 seed, leads by 10, 14-4. Gained some points on the board for Mark Twain this evening is Jackson Lake. He has all 4 points for the Tigers. So again, with 4:04 to go here in the first quarter, it's Winfield leading Mark Twain 14-4. Back to you, Mark and Jim.
After the inbound, Silex has it at the free throw line. Colin Twelman trying to find a little space, kicks it back out. Here's another three from the far side. It's off the front iron, no good. Ball loose, and we're going to have a foul against the Panthers.
I think they may call it on number 33. That'd be Cade Chapman, his first. Team's second.
17-3 our score here. Silex trailing in the first quarter. They got to find somebody to get it into, and just beating the 5-second clock, and then it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tyler Twelman.
5th turnover of the game on the Owls.
Here comes Josiah Talton.
Silex still in a man-to-man defense.
Josh Talton back into the ball game. Comes to the near side through Reese Bolig. Talton. Now ball fake for Cade Chapman. Works to the low post, and a foul as he goes up. Coach Ethan Evans wanted to travel before the shot.
Didn't see that.
Maybe a slight Euro step, but all legal. And the first shot is good for Cade Chapman. Makes it 18-3.
First free throws of the night by either team.
Only 3 fouls, 2 on Monroe, and he hits them both. They can shoot from anywhere, can't they?
That they can. And they don't have much of a drop-off when they go into some of the second bunch.
Now it's thrown away by Levy out of bounds. Back to Monroe City.
And I can tell you there are a lot of numbers on that bench that aren't on our score sheets that may see action tonight.
Probably, yeah. Bounce pass to the far side. Now they work it back up top for Josiah Talton. Talton, near side for DeGrave. DeGrave gets it to Chapman. He'll try the three. It's off. Rebound and a block. Big block on Bolig. And here comes Silex. With it is Josh Price. Price works to the far point. Now backs out. Tries to get a pick, and they're going to call a moving pick on Twellman.
Yeah, Twellman didn't quite get over there far enough and got his knee hooked with the defender.
First foul on Tyler Twellman, second on the Owls, and we're down to 3:10 to go here in quarter number one. Here comes Talton to Talton over to the far side for Chapman. Cade Chapman back up top for Josh Talton. Now through Bolig down low. Working around over the rim is Waylon DeGrave, and he puts it home, and it's 21-3.
Got good position in the low post. Now steal on the press.
Oh, what a pass into the middle, but no finish for Bolig, and on the rebound we've got a foul. That's going to be against the Owls.
It is.
More substitutions. Jake Henry into the ball game for Silex. 3 fresh come onto the court for the Panthers.
Cole Fessler picks up his first. Team's third.
They go out top. Here's another three for Robertson, and he drains it. He can dunk. He can step out for three. And it's 24-3 in favor of the Panthers. Again, this, what was 89-8 last year in this tournament's opening round?
I believe that was the final score. Silex only scored 8 points. They're going to beat that this year.
Foul on the play. Reese Bolig picks up a personal, and that's knocked out of bounds by Bolig.
I know last year, if you recall, we saw him play in the semifinals, and speaking of Monroe City, and we're like, really? Then they got to the championship game, and they turned it up. Defensively, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, they lulled us to sleep a little bit in that semifinal. Talton, after a steal, shot no good, but Josh Talton is fouled and will head to the line.
He'll get a couple of shots for his efforts.
2:17 to play here in quarter number one. Second foul whistled against Tyler Twellman.
Don't have any heights in the program.
First shot short for Joshua Talton.
But Silex actually has the taller players in this game, but the quickness favors the Panthers.
I bet they could, on average, jump higher than almost anyone out there, too. It's the second one, 25-3 our score. So Talton hits one of two. Now a steal off the inbound by Bolig. His shot no good, but he's going to go to the line.
Just an errant pass on the inbound. Right to Bulig, and kind of caught him off guard, but he's going to get a couple of free throws.
2:14 to play.
Foul's going to go against Max Levy, his first.
And the first shot, no good. Push that one off to the right. Score remains 25-3. And the second one is long, and the rebound pulled down by the Owls. Here comes Price having trouble in the backcourt. Takes it to the far side. Now his pass stolen. And off and over the defender is Joshua Talton. And he makes it 27-3. There's just no room for Silex right now.
The quickness and just too much.
Out high with it is Price. On the wing of the Hawk at center court. That thing extends almost from three-point line to three-point line, and that one's out of bounds last touch by Deion White. And he's like, no, that wasn't me. And another substitution as Bulig comes out. for Monroe City. Minute 37 to play here in the opening quarter. How about a turnaround three from the corner? That's no good. Off the hand of Levy, and we're coming back the other way. And, going up for a highlight reel dunk was Clopton. He couldn't finish, but ends up with a rebound tipped right to him for a lay-in. 29-3 with a minute 18 to go. Here's Price back the other way for Silex. Good little shake and bake move there. And we're going to have a blocking foul?
Offensive foul.
Okay.
Ran right over the top of the defender that time.
I was watching one official. It was called by the other one.
Well, as fond as we are of Silex, and we'd certainly like them to be in this game, they're just outmatched. That's all there is to it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just some nights you go against teams that are just better than you, and tonight's going to be one of the nights for the Owls.
Back the other way is Robertson. Over to Josh Clopton. Back up top now for Hayes, and he drains another tray from the top.
His third three of the night.
32-3, final minute of the first quarter. And Monroe may be looking for a points record in this one. Another tip and take by Hayes. Across the key, and a nice finish by Robertson.
Robertson took a peek at Clopton about flipping it off the backboard to him.
30 seconds to go in the quarter. 34-3, Monroe City leads Silex here in the opening round of this Clopton Invitational. Near side with it is Timothy Carroll. Carroll trying to find somebody to give it to. Near side, here's a three. That one's good. Cole Fessler with a tray. Makes it 34-6. 7 seconds to go. Here's Clopton. Little pullback jumper, and that one hit the rim and finds its way down. And that'll do it for the first quarter of this ball game. A 30-point lead for Monroe City. 36-6 after 8 minutes. Back with the second after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
36-6 our score as we start the second quarter. Before we do, though, let's send it back over to the middle school gym and an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we are underway in a second quarter where Winfield leads Mark Twain by the score of 24-9. So, again, we've played about 30 seconds here in the second quarter. Winfield, the #2 seed, has the lead over #7 Mark Twain, 24-9. Back to Mark and Jim.
36-6 here, so it looks like 1 and 2 are going to cruise to victory.
Yep.
And we'll wait for those late games for a little tighter matchups. The 4-5, I think it'll be a good one.
I agree. And as we said, don't sleep on the 3-6 game either.
Yeah. We've got our feature matchup will be Clopton and Elsberry next. Silex with the ball. Had the first attempt at an inbound pass of the second quarter rejected out of bounds. Now they get it in, and it's Josh Price with it. Tries to lob it down low, and it's taken away by Dion White.
11th turnover of the game.
Hayes back to Josh Clopton over to the far side. Here's another three, and that one is nothing. They just can't miss from anywhere right now. That one for Cade Chapman.
Yep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes.
And another steal. This one by Josiah Clopton. He goes off the glass and scores. 41-6. And already a 5-0 run to start the second quarter for Monroe City. Price back up top for Carroll. Timothy Carroll with it. Had it knocked away momentarily, got it back, and goes to the far side for Cole Fessler. Now to Max Levy. Levy tried to work it in, and he lost control of the pass, and here comes Monroe City again. Here's another three, far side. That one rims out, and the rebound, Carroll had it momentarily. It was knocked away from him. And
what they're going to say, it's off of Silex.
I think it may have hit another player after the swat. Seemed like it changed direction. Nope, now they are going to change their mind.
He just pointed the wrong way. Well, offensively, Silex has got to have somebody get open. The wings are not doing much but just standing. They got to do a V-cut or a Z-cut or something to get open. So the point guard's got somewhere to go with the basketball. They're pressuring the point guard hard. Hayes is. It's a little 1-2-2 trap. And now Hayes is going to steal it again.
Oh, and he's tripped as he tried to pick up the ball. And we're going to have a foul on Josh Price.
Yeah, Price was just diving for the ball. I don't think it was anything intentional.
Caught the ankle of Hayes. He picks up his second personal. And will be replaced by Ryder Hopkins. He wears 0 for Silex. And that's the 7th team foul, so Hayes will be shooting a 1-and-1 here. And the first shot earns the second.
He was begging that one in.
Yeah. Right? And no one with him. All his teammates are in the backcourt. And he hit them both.
He's the quarterback on their football team who made it to the championship game this year.
43-6. Ball stripped away and taken by Monroe City. Long pass ahead. Another fast break. And a good finish that time by Cade Chapman. It doesn't matter who's on the fast break. They work it to perfection almost every time.
Ooh, that's the way they run the break right there. The textbook.
Back the other way are the Owls, and here's Hopkins with it. Ryder back to Timothy Carroll. Carroll to the free throw line. He's going to put up a kind of wild shot. Tip to the corner. Silex keeps. Here's a three far side. That one's no good off the hand of Colin Twellman. And Monroe City with the rebound. And here's Talton on the finish. It was kind of a reverse hook there. He missed, but on the rebound, we're going to have two shots.
Waylon DeGrave on the glass. He'll go to the line. The foul's going to go against Timothy Carroll, his first. 8th team foul, so it'll be a 1-on-1 for DeGrave. Isn't it interesting? We've talked about this before, how in these small schools especially, you get a good group of athletes, and they're good in everything. They're every team, and it feeds into the other programs, and Monroe City's been living that dream for the last 4 years.
And just look at what that has spurred at the school, all the new facilities and construction, and you have to think that's so they can nurture this into more than a 4 or 5 year run.
Absolutely. Monroe City's never been shy about supporting their athletic programs, and they've had good ones for the last 4 or 5 years. The girls program has been really good. They're down a little bit this year.
He hit both free throws. Silex missed on the other end, and here's Talton again. Kicks it to the near corner for Buehling, and he puts it in for the three.
Line drive three by Buehling.
50-6. 5:14 to go in the second quarter. 50 points in 11 minutes. And here comes Monroe again off a Silex miss. Ball batted around. It's going to go off the knee of DeGrave and out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Silex.
First turnover of the game on Monroe.
Here's Silex back at the top of the key. Here's a three. That one's a little bit long off the hand of Cole Fessler. Rebound picked up by Monroe City, and here they come once again. And we're going to have a foul as Twellman got pulled up into the air and lands on the back of Talton. And this one's going to be a 1-and-1.
Took the head fake. Talton, who's got 10 so far tonight, will go to the line and shoot 2.
Checking out for Monroe City, Cade Chapman. Also coming out of the ball game, Waylon DeGrave. I think we're going to see some of those numbers at the end of the bench here, maybe before the first half ends.
You may be right.
First shot good for Josh Talton.
May the force be with you.
One more for Joshua Talton, and that one is good as well. Not the prettiest free throws, but they've been effective.
Line drives. Nice touch, though, as it rattled around a little bit.
52-6 is the Monroe City lead on the Silex Owls. With it is Carroll on the far side, and he's knocked out of bounds. And we'll have a personal call against the Panthers, and that's on Reese Bulick.
His second.
And a timeout taken by the Owls. They trail 52-6. 4:32 to go in the second quarter. This is the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Royal Banks, and County Market in Vandalia.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center and a taste of Philly.
52-6, 4:32 to go here in the second quarter from the high school gym, the Dale Miller Gymnasium. 26 Clopton Invitational here on KJFM. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the high school gym. Marianne Everhart down the hall in the middle school gym. Well, we'll get a quick update from Marianne as they open up men's play down in the middle school gym.
Well, right now we have 4:03 to go here in the half as Winfield has extended their lead to 33-12 right now. Mark Twain just suffering from too many turnovers, and DJ Gillespie for the Winfield Warriors are pretty well taking advantage of that every time he makes a trip down the court. So make it 35-12 off another score for the Warriors. 3:46 to go here in the half. Back to you guys.
Here it's 52-6. Silex with the ball. And that is Josh Price. He comes all the way back up top for Timothy Carroll. Carroll into the center circle. Guarded closely by Josiah Talton. Gets it to Price. Price in a double team. Gives up his dribble. Going to have to go somewhere. Gets it to Carroll. Everything out high right now. They go to the baseline. There's Ryder Hopkins. His shot a little bit long, and the rebound grabbed by Talton. They get it ahead to Robertson, who just laying off the glass this time. Jaden Robertson with two more, and it's 54-6.
He's got 9.
And a two-hand dunk, right?
And a two-hand dunk.
Back the other way, Price. Off his dribble. Trying to find somewhere, and it goes into the backcourt. And Talton going to take it. That's Josh. Taken down as he went up for a shot, and he's lucky that he came out of that unscathed.
Well, that's the thing about a game like this. I know you're trying to fine-tune your team for, the rest of the season, and I think that play right there has got Brock Idris off the bench going down and grabbing some subs before somebody gets hurt.
And the first shot is short for Joshua Talton. As coming back into the ballgame is Kyle Hayes, and for the first time, Owen Landbauer. I think my roster might go a little bit deeper than yours.
I've got quite a few.
That one good, and it's 55-6. Monroe City in control here in the opening round, this 1-8 matchup at the Clopton Invitational. And we got a travel called on Josh Price as he slid the back foot. Turnover gives it back to Monroe on the far side with 3:29 to go in the half.
Looks like we're going to have a running clock here in the second half. May very well have the same over in the middle school gym. So if you're wanting to get here for the second round or second games of the night, you might want to step on it a little bit.
Yeah. Here's Robertson. Turn around to the baseline. Shot off the glass. High off the glass. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Cole Fessler for Silex.
Good board by Fessler that time.
And taken back by Talton. And he's going to two-hand it home. Joshua Talton with the dunk, and it's 57-6.
He tried one earlier, but did something fancy and tried to throw it down left-handed. This time he did it the secure way with two hands.
They work it down low. Twelman. That's Cowan. Kicks it back to the near side for Fessler. A three is offline. Rebound grabbed by Robertson, then taken away by Josh Price. Price trying to find his way back to the net, and he's tied up. And the arrow favors the Owls with 2:32 to go in the half.
Yeah, I think the official was going to call traveling at first and then changed his mind, decided to call a foul, just a 15 foul.
Joshua Talton comes out, replaced by Waylon DeGrave. Here's Timothy Carroll. Works the high blocks. Shot blocked by DeGrave and taken away by Hayes. Here comes Monroe City. Robertson with it. Lost control, got it back. And they'll reset the offense. Up high with it for Waylon DeGrave. To the near side now for Leyenbauer. Free throw line for White. And a little reverse. And the shot no good for Waylon DeGrave.
Yeah, he got up in the air, tried to flip it up with the left hand that time. Couldn't spin it in.
Back the other way is Price for the Owls to Carroll on the far side. He's out high, gets it back now for Ryder Hopkins. Hopkins between the leg dribble, working against Leyenbauer, and gives it off to Timothy Carroll. Up high and taken away. Tried a little lazy pass, and Hayes goes off the glass and finishes. 59-6. Minute and a half to go in the first half. All Monroe City is the top seed. Looking dominant. Here's Price. Works against Hayes, now goes to the far side. Little trouble for Fessler. Now he gathers it in, and we're going to call a double dribble as he had to bounce it a couple of times just to get to control. Stopped and then started again. Minute 12 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Got the halftime report coming up. We'll check in with Marianne in a few minutes as well. Here's Leyenbauer with it. Owen on the near point. Drops it down low for DeGrave. Kicks it back out now for Robertson. Robertson to the free throw line. That fade away fades a little too much, but Monroe keeps possession. With it on the far side is Kyle Hayes as they're slowing things up a little bit here. Working that perimeter. Trying to find the perfect shot here in the final 40 seconds. Get it down low and a big block, but a foul as Bo Patterson went up. He's just into the ball game. And he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair with 39.1 seconds to go.
Foul will be on Cole Fessler, his second.
That's probably their biggest guy out there, Bo Patterson.
It is.
And the first shot is short. And into the ball game is Dwight Stokes for Silex. He'll replace Josh Price. See if he can stoke the offense a little bit. That shot no good, in and out. He missed them both. So the lead remains 59-6. In favor of Monroe City. 25 seconds to go. Tried to kick it back, and it's stolen away, but stolen right back by the Owls. Just no room, though. And now it's taken away again. Here's Hayes. Drops it off the glass. DeGrave good, and a foul. Wow. 61-6. 8.1 seconds to go in the half.
Well, Hayes using some of those quarterback skills and distributing the basketball at time on the next pass to DeGrave, and he'll get the and one.
Whalen's free throw is off the front iron, no good. Silex the uncontested rebound, but they're not looking, and it's out of bounds. An unforced turnover that time. Gives it back to Monroe with 3.1 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, we mentioned that you've got 3 seniors not available tonight, and you can see that youth.
Here it is, Hayes at the buzzer, long. And we'll go to the locker room with Monroe City leading the Silex Owls 61-6 after 16 minutes. Back with the halftime show after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular & Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular & Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular & Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books, and what else can you say? Monroe City's been good through the first 16 minutes, Jim Ross. 61-6, they lead Silex. Silex just outmatched in the first half of this ball game.
That's the only way you can put it. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of in that regard. When you come out and you're facing a thoroughbred like this, and you're missing 3 of your seniors, this is what happens, unfortunately.
And it still looks like they'll get past their output from this matchup last year in this tournament. So there has been some growth, but you gotta be a little more aggressive. You get that killer instinct when you get to the paint. Challenge these guys. Make them get physical. Foul you. You can't do that when you're trying little lob passes to the center of the lane or into the corner.
Well, like I said, they haven't been able to get an entry pass into the wing at all because the wings aren't working to get open, and the point guards are being pressured belly to belly by the defense, and so they don't have a lot of space to do anything too fancy. And when you can't get into your offense, then you end up just chucking something up or turning it over, and they had 18 turnovers in the first half. And when those types of things happen, you have a score like this at half.
Yeah, when you've got 3 times as many turnovers as you have points, that's not a good recipe. Yeah,
not a good sign.
61-6, our score through 2 quarters. About 7 minutes to go before we tip off the second half. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring, and check in with Marianne Eberhardt after this on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Beinhoff Funeral Homes, and Center Locker Service.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex and Troy, locally owned and operated, can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's invite you to stop by their Troy retail location. Despite some roadwork underway, Brown's Smokehouse Meats is open for business at 185 East Cherry Street in Troy. Smokehouse Meats, deer processing, homemade sausage, and much, much more. Be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynnsheritage.com.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Our score after 2 quarters, 61-6. The top seed Monroe City leading the 8 seed Silex Owls here in the opening round of the boys bracket of this Clopton Invitational. And let's check in with Marianne Everhart over in the middle school gym with an update on how that game is going. Well, Marianne not quite ready yet, so let's go through the first half scoring for our game.
For Silex, Tyler Twellman with a 3, Cole Fessler with a 3. And that does it for the Owls. They didn't go to the free throw line at all. As I mentioned earlier, they had 18 turnovers in the first half. For Monroe City, led by Kyle Hayes with 17, Joshua Talton with 15, 9 each for Jaden Robertson and Cade Chapman, 6 for Waylon DeGrave, 4 for Josiah Talton, and 3 for Reese Buelig. The Panthers were 10 for 17 from the free throw line. They just turned it over twice in that first half. And so as you might expect, with a halftime score of 61-6, it was all Monroe City's way in the first 16 minutes of this ballgame.
Now, that being said, what was it, 2 minutes into the second quarter? They had 50 points on the board, so they only scored 11 points in the final 6 minutes of the second quarter. So they slowed down significantly as they started getting some of those starters to the bench and even their second tier to the bench and working more guys into the lineup on that Monroe City side. Now let's check with Marianne. She's ready now with an update from the middle school gym.
Sorry about that. Right now at halftime, we've got 44-20 as our score. Of course, as we mentioned, Winfield's leading this one. It's kind of sort of been the DJ Gillespie show for the Winfield Warriors. He's leading all scores this evening with 16 points. So he has 16 of the 44 already. Brady Creech, he's also in there with 9 points. 1-3 so far on the game tonight, and that is coming from Josh Holting. He is sitting with 7 points. Austin Carson with 4. Caden Kamen has 2, and Peter Nichols has 4, along with Colin Sams. For Mark Twain, they're 20 points. Leading the way for them is Lakota Preston. He has 5 points, followed by Jackson Lake with 4, and then a host of them, Lucas McLeod, Chase Hanner, Connor Eckler, and Brandon Black all sitting with 2 points. So that's kind of the look at the way things are going over here. Turnovers really the big key that Mark Twain is going to have to cut down on in the second half. We'll see what adjustments Coach Jared Ackright makes for them as well. So just about 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in half over here. Again, Winfield, the number 2 seed, leads the number 7 Mark Twain 44-20. Back to you guys.
And we'll take a 61-6 Monroe City lead over Silex into the second half, and we'll start that for you next here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, Reston, Louisiana.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
Underway here in the third quarter. Monroe City with the ball. And Josh Talton with the reverse layup off the glass, high off the glass and in. Picking up where they left off to start the second half of this game.
Big scoop and spin. Spun it right in the hoop.
Back the other way is Josh Price. Price trying to go through the lane. That one up off the rim and in. First bucket in a while for the Silex Owls. And a whistle, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
Nope, turnover. Just threw it out of bounds. Offensive player went towards the bucket, and the ball went to the Clopton cheerleaders.
Here we go back the other way. Here's Price for Silex. He just put one in. First time they've hit one from inside the perimeter. To the near side now for Max Levy. Levy comes out of the corner with the pass. Now back up top for Tyler Twellman. Twellman gets to the free throw line for Cole Fessler. Fessler, nothing there for him, so he hands it off to Josh Price. Price tries to go through a couple defenders, and contact is made. That's exactly what we're talking about. Don't be afraid to drive on these guys. Make them make contact.
Looks like Coach Ethan Evans has tried to make some adjustments at half. Early signs are good.
But there's a steal off the inbound play, and here comes Evans back the other way. He'll try going to take it to the near side and let Talton try the three. That one's no good. The rebound pulled down by Max Levy. And the pass tipped and taken away by Talton. Talton travels.
Monroe City's already matched their turnover output in the first half with 2.
6:25 to play here in the third quarter. And bringing it up the floor now is Twellman. That's Tyler Twellman. Where's number 3? And it has those neon green sneakers. And they're going to call a foul on Josiah Talton, and he can't believe it.
Had a little hand check action going on. I think he had both hands involved. Usually when you get both hands, you can almost guarantee a foul call.
Exactly. But I think he's perfected that look of outrage over the past few years.
Outrage might be strong. Surprise might be better.
Back up top, here's Josh Price. And he has it taken away by Kyle Hayes. And Hayes, little alley-oop, and no finish that time for Robertson. I think the alley was a little low for the oop.
Yeah, a little too much mustard on that hot dog. Should have just gone ahead and shot the layup.
Mm-hmm.
Defenders were coming for Silex. He got back, hustled back, so he could have shot the uncontested layup.
63-8 is the Monroe City lead. And into a double team and a tie-up called. And it's going to be Silex ball with 5:40 to play in the third. Substitution, Cade Chapman coming back in. He'll replace Jaden Robertson, and also Reese Bulig coming in for Kyle Hayes. Set to inbound is Cole Fessler. A little lob gets it to Tyler Twellman. Twellman's shot.
A little short.
Yeah, hit the twine, but didn't go through the rim. And back the other way, Josiah Talton puts it in to make it 65-8. Little mid-range jumper there. Double team, Price. Almost had it taken away, bailed out by Colin Twellman. Twellman goes to his dribble. Pass tipped high in the air. Silex keeps. Tyler Twellman tries to lob inside. Here's a shot. That one's off the mark for Max Levy, and finally Monroe City takes away the rebound. Talton to Talton. Here's Joshua with it. Into the corner now for Chapman. His three is short. Rebound picked up by Chapman. Too hard off the glass, and Levy takes it away for Silex on the rebound.
Couple decent looks, but good defense by the Owls that time.
Long three. That one by Twellman misses everything, goes out of bounds. Back to Monroe City, and back into the ball game is Waylon DeGrave.
Well, you can get that shot anytime.
Yeah. Deion White checks out. White started the ball game, but probably the least used of the five starters. And away from the ball, we've got a whistle.
And the only starter that hadn't scored yet was White. Foul's going to be on
Colin Twellman.
His second.
And Cade Chapman will inbound. Underneath the basket, off to the right. Comes set near side for Josh Talton. Talton going to take it to the low blocks, try to sneak it over the rim. He's fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. That'll give us a chance to check in with Marianne Everhart in the middle school gym.
Well, Mark Twain's trying to battle back on this one as DJ Gillespie takes it to the hole again for the Warriors. As Winfield continues their lead of 56-28. Gillespie's headed to the free throw line for the and one. 4:42 to go here in the third. Again, 56-28. You've been listening to another Eagle 102 game break on Eagle 102.
And we've got a miss on the first free throw, and Talton makes the second one to make it 66-8. Silex in the across the line. Price gives it off to Carroll. Carroll runs right down. Ed Lindsey's signature. And they drop it down to the low block. Kick out. Here's a three on the far side. No good. Rebound picked up by Carroll. Crashing hard for that rebound was Timothy Carroll. Gives it back to Price off his knee to the floor, and we're going to call a tie-up. Yeah.
Alternating arrow will give it back to Monroe City.
So 66-8 our score here in quarter number 3, past the midway point of this third quarter. Kind of been a sloppy quarter. Talton with a three from the near side off the mark. Yeah, they just, Monroe just hasn't come out shooting like they did in the first half.
Cooled off.
Silex back into the corner. Dribble out. Gives it back to Price. He'll try another three from the near point. That's off the mark. Just barely scrapes the iron, and Chapman comes away with it for Monroe City. Gets it ahead for DeGrave, and that one's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Monroe with 3:22 on the clock. And more substitutions as Kyle Hayes comes back in. He replaces Josiah Talton.
Coach Brock Idris still hasn't dug deep into his bench yet.
Here's Joshua Talton with a three from the near side, and it's good. Splash City there from the near corner for Talton, and it's 69-8.
Gives him 21 for the night.
Price with it. Off a little lob pass from Tyler Twellman. He goes back to Twellman at the top of the key. Good movement there. Here's a three from the far side. It's short. Rebound, and good work that time by Chapman, and he'll lay it in. He just outworked Silex that time to get that long rebound.
Yep, a little bigger body, a little more hustle. Got himself a layup for it.
2:37 to play here in the third, and we're going to have a foul on the near side against Monroe City. And they give that one to Kyle Hayes.
His third, I believe.
That's right. Talton checks out. Deion White back in. So both Josh and Josiah on the bench right now for Monroe City. Little floater from the baseline, no good. And here comes Hayes. Gets it ahead and too much for White, but a nice pass back to Jaden Robertson, who made the adjustment and scored.
Yeah, we've talked about basketball IQ, baseball IQ. That's just good IQ and good hustle to know to throw it to one of your guys.
Swatted away by White. Silex keeps possession. Near corner. There's just no room. Doesn't matter which five are out on the floor from Monroe City. Silex no room tonight.
Cutting down the passing lanes and pressuring hard on the ball, and that's created the problem.
2:01 to play in the third quarter here in the opening round of this Clopton Invitational, and that one's off the hand of Tyler Twellman, out of bounds, back to Monroe City.
They play belly-to-belly defense, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They've backed off of the full court pressure.
73-8 is the Monroe City lead. Near side, they gave him all day. Robertson takes the three, misses. Put back though is good for Waylon DeGrave. 75-8.
He's got 8.
Now a reach-in foul called on Robertson. He wanted the fast break.
Yeah, you know what was coming next.
Uh-huh. He says, yeah, that was mine.
Robertson, he's got a little size. He looks like he might be 6 feet plus.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell.
With it on the far side, Timothy Carroll goes into the backcourt for Josh Price. Down to a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Little bump there. Silex keeps possession. Try to lob pass down to Jake Henry. Didn't quite work out, but Silex keeps the ball. And a strip, and here we go. Mulig to the hoop, and he lays it in. Off the steal and fast break. 1 minute to go, and it's 77-8. With it on the far side is Josh Price. Price has it go to the floor, and it's a tie-up. Silex will keep possession this time with 50.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. I don't think we're going to see a 100-point game out of Monroe City with a running clock in the fourth, but they put on quite a show.
Be careful what you say.
Yeah.
The most points scored in the tournament in one game is 100 by Elsberry in 2002.
Floater from the far side, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Waylon DeGrave for Monroe City. Over to the far side now for Robertson, and contact, and he's fouled.
That's on Twellman. I believe that's his fourth.
It is on Tyler Twellman. And you are right, number 4 for the sophomore. 39.7 seconds to go off the inbound. Oh, no finish that time for Bo Patterson. They're trying to get him a bucket.
He was all alone that time.
Yes.
On a little pick-the-picker on the inbounds play.
Back the other way are the Owls with Timothy Carroll on the near point, guarded closely by Leyenbauer. Here's a three near side, off the mark, and the rebound tipped to the corner and taken away by Monroe City. Put it ahead. And we've got a blocking foul. No shot. It's on the floor with 8.5 or 8.6 seconds to go.
They'll call that on Fesser. That'll be his fourth.
8.6 seconds on the clock. And it's off the fingertips of an Owls player on the inbound pass.
Edgar Lindsay in the building tonight, huh?
That's right. Near side, here's a three. That's good. Reese Buelig to make it 80-8. Long shot at the buzzer, misses by about 3 foot. And we go to the fourth with Monroe City ahead by 72 points. Running clock in the fourth. We'll take a break, come back, get a update before we get that started after this message on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
The Evans Insurance Agency is a family-owned and operated independent brokerage. We take pride in sponsoring local athletic and academic achievements. Scott and Shaylee Evans offer only the best in customer service while protecting your home, auto, toys, and business needs. Give us a call at 816-772-5182.
Tell my mom and dad what I'm doing.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, we just wrapped up the fourth quarter here in the middle school gym where number 2 seed Winfield leads of Mark Twain by the score of 68-40. And really, it's been free throws that have helped get Mark Twain back into this basketball game, plus some nice shooting by Sam Northcutt. So we're just about to start the fourth quarter as Louisiana heads into the locker room, getting ready for their next matchup against Wright City. Right now, though, it is Winfield over Mark Twain, 68-40, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Back to Mark and Jim.
2 points to start things off here in the fourth quarter by Bulig. So he has 5 points in the last 30 seconds or so. 82-8 our score. Monroe City leads Silex here at the beginning of this running clock fourth quarter. 3 from the far corner is no good. Rebound tipped and taken away, and we're going to have a foul against the Owls as Ryder Hopkins going to pick up the personal.
Just a 15 foul, 4 on Monroe. We've got to get a bucket for the Owls here.
Yep. Back into the ball game is Dwight Stokes as he replaces Tyler Twellman. And that took about 30 seconds off the clock. Here's Bulig with it on the far side. They work it around to Andrew Shoemaker. Here's a 3 from the far side. That one rims out for Lanenbauer. And Silex with the rebound. Whole bench wanted that one to fall.
Yeah, they did. Lanenbauer, a favorite of the team, I guess.
And, an offensive foul going to be whistled away from the ball on Jake Henry.
Illegal pick that time as he stepped right in front of the defender and clobbered him, actually.
2 minutes gone here, or 1:45 gone in the fourth quarter. Mark front of Jim Ross, first of 2 tonight, featured on Eagle 102 from this Clopton Invitational. We'll have Clopton and Elsberry next, the 4-5 matchup, and we're going to have another foul against the Owls. That one on Carroll.
Yep, his second. Still non-shooting fouls.
And back into the ball game coming Max Levy as he replaces Cole Fessler.
Well, they say that is 1-on-1.
Yep, that is the 7th team. So that'll slow things down a little bit more and burn a little more clock.
Yep, send a grade to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity.
And the first turns the second. It's 83-8. And the second shot, long, and the rebound pulled down by Hopkins for the Owls. Ryder Hopkins on the far side, guarding that ball, and now hands it off for Timothy Carroll. Out near that center stripe, dangerous area. Works it all the way to the baseline, now kicks it back out for a 3. That one's off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Monroe City. Long pass ahead to Bulig. He goes off the glass hard and puts it in. 85-8. 4.5 minutes to go.
Got 9.5, 12 for the game now for Bulig.
Back is Hopkins the other way for Silex. Ryder trying to find some space.
Well, again, somebody's got to get open on the wing. He's got to have somebody to pass the ball to. They have nobody on the wing right now. Dribble entry.
Hands it off for Stokes. Dwight to the far side. And that one is tipped and taken away by Monroe City. Here they come again. No. Blocked. Falls over the floor crew.
Andrew Shoemaker.
And a blocking foul. Called back the other way as Hopkins was trying to go coast to coast.
Looks like they'll give the foul to Bulick, his third.
That's a lot of zeros involved in that foul.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hopkins 0. Bulick double 0. And we're going to have another substitution here momentarily after the next whistle. Down to 3:28 to go in this ball game as Percy Campbell getting ready to check in for the Panthers. To the hoop, no, and a foul is going to send Carroll to the line to try and get that 9th point on the board and beat their output from last year.
Going to have a 2-shot opportunity. Fouls on Shoemaker, his first.
5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter with the clock running. At the line, Timothy Carroll. First shot, no good. And now Campbell finally comes in. He replaces Reese Bulick.
Another one of the 10 seniors for this Monroe City club.
Second shot for Carroll. And he hits that one. So they got over that 8-point hump from a year ago at this tournament.
Good for the Owls.
Like to see him get 11 or 12 points.
That'd be nice.
85-9, they work it down low. That shot off the glass, that's easy. 2 points there for Wayne DeGrave.
Yeah, he got it on that low block on the left side. Nobody there to slow him down. Put it up off the glass and scored easily.
Here's Carroll. Over to the far side now for Hopkins. Ryder works against Campbell. Gets a little bit of a pick. And now comes near side for Max Levy. To Carroll. Carroll had the ball go to the floor momentarily. Picks it back up. Hands it back to Stokes. And he's blocked out of bounds by Shoemaker with 1:28 to go.
Well, you guys think about this second group or maybe even third group that's in here right now. Who do they play defense against all day in practice?
Yeah.
One of the best teams in the state, so they're going to be good defensively. And they are.
Now a steal. They get it up the floor now for DeGrave, and he lays it in again. 89-9.
DeGrave in double figures now. They have multiple players in double figures for the Panthers.
Hopkins with it for the Owls. Running into a little trouble, now kicks it back to Stokes. Stokes. Nowhere to go with it. Now does get it off to Timothy Carroll. Carroll is called for a travel with 35 seconds to go. Step one way, step the other way to try and get around a bunch of defenders.
Let's see if Monroe City just wants to dribble this thing out down to 25 seconds.
Across the line.
I think they're going to try and get Campbell a shot maybe.
Yep, they pass it up, and they're going to just put it away. Holding the ball is Shoemaker, and the final 2 seconds burn off. 89-9 our final. The top seed Monroe City Panthers, they're impressive. They beat the 8 seed Silex Owls here in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational. Back with the postgame show for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort. You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Founded in 2000, Sparks Maintenance Contracting out of Bowling Green has since been performing industrial maintenance nationwide and plans to continue growing. Sparks Maintenance Contracting attention to detail and compassion are only some of the many things that separate them from other competitors. Teamwork is the key to success in business and in sports. Best wishes to all the area teams from Sparks Maintenance Contracting, proudly serving America.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final in this one, Monroe City 89, the Silex Owls 9. And just outmatched were the Owls in this opening round, so they just got to regroup and come back in the consolation semi and see if they can put together a final 2 games and get some hardware in this tournament.
The consolation for them is there may not be anybody in this tournament that can beat Monroe City. So the fact that they lost that game is no bad thing. You're right. They'll get the loser of this game, which is going to be Elsberry and Clopton. And so they've just got to regroup, be ready to go on what would be Thursday night.
Exactly. Final scoring numbers for this one?
For the Owls, Cole Fessy with 3. Tyler Trumlin with 3, 2 for Josh Price, and 1 for Timothy Carroll. They were 1 for 2 from the free throw line. For Monroe City, number of players in double figures, as I mentioned. Leading them, Joshua Talton with 21, 17 for Kyle Hayes, 13 for Waylon DeGrave, 12 for Reese Bulig, 11 each for Cade Chapman and Jaden Robinson, and 6 for Josiah Talton. 12 for 21 from the free throw line were the Panthers. So if you want a teaching moment for Coach Brock Idris, that would be it. Work on your free throws, boys. Monroe City raised their record to 6-3 on the season. Silex drops to 2-6. And again, they'll go to the semifinal round respectively at 6 o'clock. Monroe City will play the winner of this game. Silex will play the loser in the middle school.
Final score in this one, 89-9. Let's throw it over to the middle school gym and wrap up this post-game portion of this in-between of the 2 games with an update from Marianne on how that game went.
Well, ours just finished as well. Winfield advances on after defeating Mark Twain by the score of 73-44. We talked about it all throughout the game. Breaks leading scorer for Winfield was DJ Gillespie. He didn't even play at all the fourth quarter, but had 22 points on the night, followed by Brady Creech with 13 and Josh Holting with 11. Those were the ones scored in double figures. Leading the way for the Mark Twain Tigers was Lakota Preston. He had 10 points on the night. Turnovers, as I mentioned earlier, were key in the game for the Tigers. So that'll be something that they'll be working on as they look for their consolation semifinal matchup, as they will face the loser of our next matchup here in the middle school gym, number 3 Louisiana taking on number 7 Wright City. That does it for the post game in this gym. Back to Mark and Jim.
And we'll wrap things up, and when we come back, we'll start the pregame for the 4-5 matchup between the Clopton Hawks and the Elsberry Indians. It's coming up next here on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
West End Financial Services in Louisiana will tell you, of course money isn't everything, but it certainly is something.
No matter how you feel about it, it's impossible to get along without it. You may not need extra funds now, but if it happens to you, remember solving money problems is West End Financial Services business. West End Financial Services offers check cashing and short-term loans along with Western Union. Open Monday to Thursday 10 to 5, Fridays 10 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 2. Locally owned and operated West End Financial Services in Louisiana off Georgia Street.
No matter which team you're rooting for this season, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our great teams have a wonderful and successful year. Young Enterprises Incorporated features A.K. and Kent Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Young Enterprises Incorporated online at youngenterprisesinc.com. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, Dale Miller Gymnasium, the Ed Lindsay Court. As both teams are on the floor warming up for this second game, where we'll have the Elsberry Indians with a record of 9-2 facing the host Clopton Hawks. They come into tonight's game with a record of 6-4.
And just trying to find that right formula. I think a consistent effort, night in and night out. You're a young team, and I think Coach Tony Francis having to do a lot of coaching this season with the amount of young players he has.
Yeah, this matchup, it used to be a great rivalry. It kind of lost some of its juice when they co-opted in football. Now that they've split up in football, I imagine the juice is starting to come back.
yeah, they're allowed to not like each other again.
Right. And they've played already, as you mentioned in the pregame of the first game. Back on December the 10th, Elsberry won that game, which was here at Clopton. Won that game 67-58. So the Hawks may be smarting a little bit from that one. Want to get a little revenge in this ball game. And Elsberry at 9-2, they played well. They're young as a lot of the teams are in this tournament, with the exception of Winfield and Monroe City, and maybe that's why they're the 1-2 seeds, huh? And so, yeah, a lot of young players on the floor for both teams, and this should be a fun one.
And Coach Caleb Johnson, what is this, his third season now as head coach? I think they finally turned that corner. When he started, this was a young group, and really, they relied a lot on toughness, almost just a physical style of basketball, a tenacity, get in your face, get you mad type to get to the results, and they just didn't get a lot of wins those first couple of years.
But they took their lumps last year or 2 years ago, and then if you'll recall, they had a bunch of guys coming back. They had like 2 or 3 guys that didn't play last year. So not only did they have to learn Caleb Johnson in his first year, then he had to kind of regroup again and reload, if you will, with a different group of starters, because 2 of those 3 guys that didn't play would have got a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so last year they really started figuring it out towards the end of the year. And now they're playing well so far this year at 9-2. And this is the tournament and the time where we see if they can take that next step.
About 6.5 minutes to go before we tip this one off. We'll come back with your keys to the game after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game for this matchup between these two rivals, Elsberry and Clopton.
Well, they got to take care of the basketball, number one. A team that doesn't turn it over is going to have the best chance to win. Historically, Clopton's had trouble from the outside. I think they're better at it this year. Both teams are averaging in the 50s in scoring, and both teams are giving up in the 40s. So on paper, it looks pretty tight. They've got common opponents, Canton. Clopton won 55-50, Elsberry won 62-34. And more recently, Liberty Christian, Clopton won that game 73-48. Elsberry won 81-55. Maybe the advantage for Clopton is they've played most recently. They played last week. They're on a 4-game win streak. Elsberry on a 7-game win streak. So both teams coming in feeling good about themselves. And let's throw it up and see what happens.
It's Clopton and Elsberry. Those are our keys to the game. Starters coming up after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Starting lineups for this ball game. First for the 4-seed Elsberry Indians. They're coached by Caleb Johnson. They'll start a junior, number 2, Bryce Irving. Number 3 gets a start, also a junior, Evan Wilson. Number 11, he's also a junior, Caden Kinsler in the starting 5. Guess what? A junior, number 14, Deshaun Dotson. And a senior, the only senior in the starting 5, number 22, Colby Twellman. For the number 5 seed Clopton Hawks, they're coached by Tony Francis, and they'll start a junior guard, number 1, Tyler Kuntz. Number 3 gets a start, sophomore guard, Chase Hall. Number 33, senior forward Mason Street. Number 42, sophomore forward Cash Evans. And number 44, freshman guard Kane Evans. So again, for Elsberry, it's Irving, Wilson, Kinsler, Dotson, and Twellman. For Clopton, it's Kuntz, Hall, Street, Evans, and Evans. And those are your starters for this ball game. It looks like all of last year's seniors for Clopton are right there behind the bench, so that's a little added pressure. We got a sleepover going on across the way in the student section.
Yeah, pretty good crowd for a Tuesday night game, first round game. Elsberry's student section filling up. Looks like maybe Winfield's kind of joined into their fun because Winfield just finished over in the old school. And so the football co-op thing's still alive and well. It's just Elsberry Winfield instead of Elsberry Clopton now.
Clopton has been introduced. They're in their road black uniforms with the gray letters. I like those uniforms.
Yeah, you like that gray look.
Yeah.
If it was in football, you'd hate it.
Oh, I would. I would totally hate it.
You wouldn't be able to see a number.
Not at all. I'll be struggling tonight anyway, but I like the looks of it. And Elsberry, those are just a classic home uniform there.
Absolutely.
Those are pretty.
Caden Kinsler is the guy who generally carries the mail for Elsberry. And you can look to Mason Street to be the leader on the floor for the Hawks. Of course, Street injured a couple of years ago and didn't get to play at all in football. Came back last year and really wasn't himself, and they're expecting good things out of the senior this year.
So Turnbull and Street in the center circle. We're ready to tip off this opening round men's matchup from this 26 Clopton Invitational.
Turnbull really came on late in the year last year, too. He's got a little size.
Ball is up, and it's tipped and taken by Elsberry.
And that was actually back court.
Yeah.
Wilson caught it in the front court and threw it into the back court to start the offense.
With it on the near side is Irving. Rice back up top. Up and around to the far side.
It's like a sagging man-to-man defense by the Hawks.
Pace definitely a little quicker in this one, and a little turnaround floater by Irving is the first 2 points of the ball game.
Nice penetration from the left wing, got in the paint, spun to the hole, and scored a little 8-footer. Man-to-man defense for the Indians.
Hawks a little more deliberate on offense. Now Street finds a little room. Hits it off the front iron. Evans with the rebound. Another putback by Street. He goes off the glass this time to tie the game at 2.
Banks open late tonight.
Little trouble on the far side. No pressure, so Irving is able to get back under control to the near side for Dotson. Dotson's three is short, and Street gets the rebound. As he's falling backwards, he gives it off to Evans. Now to Mason Street again. Near side for Kane Evans. Kane goes back for Tyler Kuntz.
Kuntz, they looked to him for three-point shooting last year, and he had a tough shooting year. Let's see what he's got to offer this year.
To Chase Hall. Hall gives it back for Kane Evans on the near point. Evans, free throw line. Good spin move, finds a little bit of room. Then try to kick it back. No one there for Clopton, and taken away by Evan Wilson. All the way down to the baseline. That shot off the glass is good. And what do we have? We've got an injured player for Clopton after the basket. And that looks like a turned ankle or something for Kane Evans.
Yeah, he's moving rather slowly off the floor, but looks like he'll be all right.
A little mad, it looks like.
Trainer's in the building, keeping an eye on him anyway, waiting for him to ask for some help. He's like, I'll walk it off. Heck, he's a freshman. He doesn't know any better, does he?
Right. Well, if it's an ankle, I heard the treatment for that is just taking off your shirt, doing a little couple of jumping jacks and leaving the building.
Another turnover for the Hawks as they throw it in the corner. Yeah, it's funny. If he had an ankle injury, he left. He was jumping around and running. He didn't look too terribly injured to me. That's got him stirred up in the NFL, that's for sure.
Yeah. 4-2 our score. Elsberry with the lead in the ball here in the first quarter. 5:50 to play just inside the three-point line. That shot's a little long, and the rebound pulled down by Turnbull for Elsberry. Turnbull just forces one up and Evans with the rebound, but then he throws it away. They're going to say it was tipped, however.
Oh, they are. Break maybe for Clopton?
Yeah.
Jordan Genwine into the game for the Hawks.
He'll take Cash Evans' spot. When everyone is doing that same look,
yeah,
there was probably not a tip.
Yeah. Logan Dalrymple checked in earlier as well.
Even Elsberry was like, no, I'll take it.
Yeah, they thought it was their ball too. Everybody but that official.
Yeah. But on the near side is Genowine. Finds a little room to Mason Street. 5:25 to go. In the first quarter, they kick it back out high for Chase Hall.
Elsberry playing that defense belly to belly, emblematic of Monroe.
And a steal as Turnbull just out-jumped that pass.
Third turnover of the game.
They go coast to coast, off the glass and in. And a timeout taken by Coach Tony Francis after that bucket. Clopton trailing Elsberry 6-2, 5:05 to go in the first on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Clopton with it after the timeout. They trail Elsberry by 4 here in the opening quarter. With it is Genowine.
Three-quarter court trap this time by Elsberry. Forces another turnover. Fourth of the game. As Kane Evans returns for the Hawks.
Ankle looking pretty good.
Healed up. Well, with Kinsler for Elsberry, you've got to stop his penetration. He's probably one of the best penetrators in the area, but he's not a terribly great outside shooter, so you got to make him stop.
With it is Turnbull. Gives it off for Kinsler. Kinsler shot from there. That's a pretty deep one.
Says, shut up, Mr. Ross, from about 16.
8-2, the Elsberry lead. Half of this first quarter now in the books. Here's Street back the other way, and a little too hard off the glass, and somehow Kuntz comes out the far side with it. He's got it again. Goes to the hoop, too hard. Turnbull. Looked like he took a shot to the face there and still gets it ahead over to the far side. This is a fast-paced offense for Elsberry.
Good ball movement, but the three-pointer was short by Dotson.
You say it was short by or by a Dotson?
Yeah, that too.
It was way short. Street with it, back for the Hawks, back to Evans. Turnbull all over him, gets it to Genowine, now back for Kuntz. Kuntz, good spin move into a triple team. Dishes off. That's a great dish to Kane Evans.
Really good look that time.
Elsberry, though, right back the other way. Kinsler, no. And the rebound pulled down by Kane.
Not the best shot that time.
That's the kind of opening you don't want to leave. An empty possession like that where he just didn't work hard enough. Here's Kuntz. Long three. That's not the shot that Clopton wanted, but a tip, and Genowine almost got the take. Instead, he picks up a personal.
First foul of the night by either team.
He got into Bryce Irving.
Ben Dow and Eli Gladney will come in for the Indians. Gladney, a similar type player to Kinsler. Hard-nosed kid, goes to the bucket. Will crash the boards.
With it for the Indians. On the far side is Gladney. Back up top now for Caden Kinsler. Kinsler drives, scores, and is fouled.
That's what he does best. Penetrate, take some contact, got the bucket and the foul. Foul on Tyler Kuntz, his first.
6-point lead, chance to make it 7 from the line.
folks at home remember, we followed Elsberry's baseball team all the way to the Final Four last year, and they've got everybody coming back on the baseball team.
Yes, they do. Should be another fun year.
Yes, it should.
And Kinsler hits the free throw, and it's a 7-point game.
He's got 7 points.
That would make him the difference in this one.
For the moment.
11-4 our score. Down to 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Here's Evans with it. To Genowine. Over to the far side for Kuntz. Kuntz back up top now for Chase Hall. Hall to Evans. Now for Kuntz again. Trying to find some room. Gets it to Chase Hall. Back to Kane Evans. Everything on the perimeter right now. Jordan Genowine with it.
Evans has got to look to shoot the ball and be a little bit of a threat when he gets it in that low post.
Genowine with it on the far point now. He drives, dashes it off for Evans. He goes off the glass, scores, and a foul. Cash Evans off a good feed.
Pick and roll action that time. Worked to perfection. Foul's going to go against Gladney, his first.
1:59 to play. 11-6 the score. And the free throw. And a violation. It missed anyway for
Stepped
Cash
over
Evans.
the line. It looked like. You don't see that every day, do you?
No, you don't.
Well, full court pressure this time by the Hawks.
They get it across the line to Ben Dow. Kick back and taken, and we're going to have a foul against the Indians.
That'll go on Gladney. He hadn't been in 2 minutes, and he's got 2 fouls already.
1:45 left in the first. And he'll come right back out.
That he will. Evan Wilson in, as well as Nolan Wilson. No, that's number 10, Ben Dow.
With it on the near side is Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz back up and around from Evans to Evans and now to Street. Genowine near corner. Drops it down for Cash Evans and the finish. What a feed to Mason Street. He gets the finish and the foul.
Running it motion offense to perfection. Foul's going to go on Dotson. His first.
This game's tightening up a little bit. This could make it a 2-point game.
Expect it to be close, don't we?
There it is. I think we did say something about that. Minute 27 to play in the first quarter. With it in the backcourt is Caden Kinsler. Now for Dotson. Dotson across the line to Kinsler again. Got a defender out in front of him. To the near side, Ben Dow. Now corner for Evan Wilson. Wilson from the left corner back to Kinsler. He drives against 4 Clopton players. Can't hit the runner, and the rebound pulled down by Cash Evans. Here comes Clopton the other way. That shot no good for Kuntz. And here comes Elsberry. We're going end to end.
Elsberry wants this to be an 84-foot game for sure.
What a move. Turnaround shot no good, however, for Dotson. And the rebound pulled down by Kane Evans.
After hitting shots early, Elsberry hadn't hit one for a while.
No, they haven't. Here's Tyler Kuntz with it. Pass was rejected, gets it back. On the far side to Kane Evans. Kane out of the corner with it. Gives it off for Genowine, over to the far side for Street. Street back up top for Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz going to drive. Kicks it to the baseline. Nothing there, so they give it to Genowine. Now to Street again. Street, floater, good. We're tied at 11. And now a steal. And to the hoop, and 2 more for Tyler Kuntz off the steal. And Clopton going to lead after the first quarter, coming all the way back to pull ahead 13-11 here in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild?
I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
In the middle school gym right now, we've got 1:05 to go here in the first quarter, where Louisiana has taken an 8-point lead after being tied up most of the first quarter. They now lead a 15-7 over Wright City. Again, 1:05 to go. Number 3 seed Louisiana Bulldogs leading number 7 Wright City by the score of 15-7. That's been an Eagle 102 game break.
13-11 after one here. Clopton, a great final 2 minutes of that first quarter to not only pull even, but pull ahead there at the final horn.
Well, yeah, Elsberry led 11-4. They were up by 7. And Clopton outscored them 9-0 to finish off the quarter. Still on that 9-0 run, I might add.
Got a line with it on the far side for the Hawks. Gets it to Evans. Works it down low. Street off the glass, and another 2 points. So the run reaches double figures, and a timeout taken by Coach Caleb Johnson here quickly. 7:47 to go in the second. This is the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right...
Complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Elsberry with the ball after the timeout, gets to the near side as they try and get things righted here. Nothing there for a drive, so they kick it back to Irving. Irving on the far point, goes free throw line, tries a little wild floater, tipped around, got his own rebound, and it's taken away by Kuntz, and he traveled.
Yep. They're going a little fast in pressure. Elsberry's just not taking very good shots right now. They're throwing junk up in the paint. They got to get somebody in the middle to break that zone down and the zone press down, and then they'll have an advantage.
15-11, Clopton leads here early in the second quarter. Here's Bryce Irving with it, back up top for Evan Wilson over to the middle of the lane. Here's a three. That one's off the mark, and the rebound. And Genowine is tackled in the open field by Deshaun Dotson.
Over the back action on the rebound. That'll be his second.
Fourth team foul. Genowine comes out. It looked like he was a little worse for wear.
Well, he ended up on the bottom, that's for sure.
Not a very big guy, but he's exciting to watch. Here come the Hawks with Chase Hall. Hall back to Mason Street over to the far side now for Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz had his pass off the leg of Evans, and here comes Elsberry. And we're going to have a foul whistled on Tyler Kuntz on the far side.
Now they're just going to say out of bounds, no foul. The new Clopton superintendent is in the building. Elaine Henderson and her husband Terry sat down here in front of us. Central Methodist graduates with me. Tells you how old they are.
Here's a shot from just inside three for Caden Kinsler, and that breaks that string. Makes it 15-13.
Kinsler up to 9.
He's found a little more range this season.
Yes, he has. Making a liar out of him, isn't he?
Near side with it for Mason Street. Street back for Dalrymple. Over to the far side now for Hall. Back for Kuntz. Tyler hands it off for Mason Street. Street goes to his dribble, now kicks it back to Kuntz. Kuntz from the high blocks, puts one off the backboard, no good. Dalrymple crashed hard, got the rebound to Evans. Now to the hoop. Oh, Kuntz, the seas just parted for him, and he makes his way down the baseline for two.
Turnbull came over to try and block it, but Coots got it off the glass and scored it.
Here come the Indians, down by 4.
Well, Clopton's got the pace in their favor. They've turned this into a half-court game.
Gavin Reller came in at the last whistle, and he's got the ball right now for Elsberry. Back up top now for Wilson. Try to drop it down. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Clopton ball. That Kinsler just lost it himself.
5th turnover on Elsberry.
Good communication between the officials.
May have been an offensive foul, too.
Could have been.
Best thing that came out of that was just Elsberry's ball.
Yeah.
Or Clopton's ball, I should say.
17-13, 5:20 to play here in the second quarter. Clopton with the ball, kick it back. Here's Evans to the near side. Kuntz faked the 3, then shot it. It was no good, and Evans works hard to tip that rebound to himself.
Clopton doing a wonderful job on the offensive boards right now.
Here's Tyler Kuntz to the free throw line for Kane Evans. Over to the far side, here's a 3. That one's off the mark. The three-point shooting really hadn't been there for either side.
Not at all. Especially when you try and compare it to the last game.
Yeah. Floater that time, no good for Elsberry, and Evans the rebound. Kane, he's already grown a lot since the Montgomery tournament. he's playing ball now.
You mean grown as a player, not
Yes.
grown in inches.
No. He'll get there eventually.
He's got plenty of that as it is.
Yeah.
His dad was a big boy.
Uh-huh.
Well, not was, still is big boy.
Floated in. And that one turned over by Evans. Still fighting, though, for the loose ball. They're going to call a foul on Kane.
That'll be his first.
4:12 to go in the half. Substitutions on both sides. Evan Wilson checks out. And into the ball game goes Colby Twellman. They had him as a false flag starter. He didn't actually start the game.
Well, Kyle Turnbull started instead.
Yeah. Here's Twellman with it. Back for Reller. Over to Twellman again. This will be the small lineup for Elsberry. And inlet pass was knocked away and taken by the Hawks. Now taken back. Oh, what an athletic play by Caden Kinsler. Here's Irving with it. Tries to find his way to the hoop. He does, and a foul. Got Genowine up into the air. And this could be a one-point game if he can hit the free throw.
Nice crossover move by Irving that time to get to the left side of the bucket. Kuntz will return. Genowine will take a seat for the Hawks.
3:39 to go here in the second quarter. While he shoots a free throw, let's take an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, Louisiana has stretched their lead to 10 as right now they lead this one 23-13, 5 minutes to go here in the half. Right now it looks like Quincy Hutt heads to the bucket. His shot's going to be partially blocked. Draws a foul, and so he's headed to the free throw line. So again, with 4:56 to go in the half, Louisiana leads Wright City 23-13. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
1-point game here, 17-16 as Irving made the free throw. They work it around to the Hawks. Here's Evans for 3. That one misses everything, and they just cannot buy a bucket from beyond the arc.
I don't think you want Evans shooting threes.
Back the other way is Reller to Irving. Hands it back to Caden Kinsler. Kinsler blocked. Ball fought for, still fought for. Getting a little physical there between these two rivals.
Yeah. Gotta like a little friskiness, huh?
Uh-huh.
When they played football together, they'd be going, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry, dude."
exactly.
Not anymore.
No more football friendships. Those are down the hall with Winfield. 2:59 to play here in the half. It's a one-point game.
Yeah, Kinsler's going to come out. Wilson will step in for him.
Take it back. Over to the far side now for Wilson. Now for Irving. Irving back to Wilson. To Twellman. To the near side for Gavin Reller. Reller kicks it back again for Turnbull. Through Twellman. free throw line, kick it into the corner again. Here's Evan Wilson to the high blocks, up and around. Just haven't found the shot they wanted yet. Here's Turnbull with it to Twellman. Forces a shot, and that's probably not the one they wanted either.
Not at all.
Kuntz.
Nobody stopped the ball.
Nope.
Went coast to coast.
Uncontested.
He's got 6. The lead goes back to 3.
Here comes Elsberry again. Twellman tries an inlet pass, gets it to Turnbull. His shot off the glass, no good, and Kuntz out jumps Elsberry for the rebound. He looks a little fired up tonight, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Clopton does not want to run. They slow things down again. Run this pattern, try and get a layup inside or something inside. Oops.
Yep, just a little miscommunication there with Dalrymple. He throws it away. Minute 45 to go, and a chance for Elsberry to tie with a 3.
9th turnover.
19-16 is the Clopton advantage here. Getting late in the first half. Kinsler back in the ballgame, has the ball. Up and around to the far side for Ben Dow. Now for Bryce Irving. Irving going to drive all the way to the hoop and score.
Irving with 7 and the lead down to 1.
19-18 with a minute 20 to go in the half. Across the line is Hall. Over to the far side for Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz now for Evans. Floats it to brother Cash. He scores and is fouled. Cash Evans back to a 3-point Clopton lead. Chance to make it 4 from the free throw line.
Foul's going to go on Turnbull? No, they're going to, Turnbull is first.
So at the line, Cash Evans, and he can't convert. Crashing hard for the rebound was Kyle Turnbull. He hands it off for Caden Kinsler. Over to the far side now. Now into the corner. They're going to try the 3. That one's good. Evan Wilson with a tray.
First made 3-pointer by either team, and we're tied.
At 21 here with 50 seconds to go in the half. Clopton led by 2 after 1 after trailing 11-4 early. Here's Street. Almost threw it away. Now gets it back to Kuntz. To Evans. And he lost it off his hip, out of bounds. Cash Evans turns it over with 35.6 seconds to go and a chance for Elsberry to grab the lead before the half.
10th turnover for the Hawks. Will they play for 1? Never got to say that this year until now.
No. Near side with it. Here's Wilson. Into the corner now for Turnbull. Turnbull going to go baseline on Evans. Around both Evans. Scores and is fouled.
His first bucket of the night.
First lead of the quarter for Elsberry. They've led by as many as 7 in the ball game.
Fouls on Cash Evans. His first.
And the free throw is no good. Rebound grabbed by Kuntz. Clopton looking to tie or take the lead before the final horn. They got 10 seconds. Here's Kuntz. Trying to find some room. Gets it to Evans. Sneaks it over the rim. We're tied at 23. Here's the buzzer beater attempt, and it falls short and wide. And we go to halftime. All knotted up. 23-23 in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational. The 4-5 matchup has been entertaining so far. We'll talk about it in the halftime report after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital.
You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here in the high school gym. 4-5 matchup has been everything we thought it would be, maybe even a little bit more. 23-23 after 2 quarters. And what have you seen from these two teams?
Well, the Clopton Hawks have been able to control the pace, and they got this in a game in the 40s. That's you talked about Coach Francis had come up with something. I think that's it. You know, the game was 67-58. The first time they met this year, that's not conducive for the Hawks to go up and down, because that's what Elsberry wants to do, run up and down and get to the glass. Neither team has shown the ability to shoot the three. We've seen one made three-pointer in the entire first half by both teams, and that was by Wilson of Elsberry. And so the pace is exactly where the Hawks want it. They trailed early by 7 and then took the lead at the end of the quarter. Elsberry's come back and tied it, and the statistics are going to prove out that this game's close.
And I mentioned Evans right off the bat as he had grown as a player since the season opening Montgomery County tournament. But I think a lot of things have been cleaned up for this entire Clopton team. It's just not the sloppiness we saw early in the season.
Well, both teams have. Clopton has 2 seniors. Elsberry has 1. So they're both going to have growing issues this year, and we didn't see Elsberry early, so we don't really know what they looked like, but we did see Clopton. And you're right, and as experience will tell most anybody, once you get some of it, things start going a little better for you, and I think that's what you're seeing out of the Hawks, and you're seeing a lot more confidence by both the Evanses in the paint. You know, I mean, they played a little timid over Montgomery, and now they're showing some aggression, getting on the floor and playing, and it's going well for them so far. We'll see what happens in the second half.
23-23 our score between Clopton and Elsberry, and we'll send it to the middle school gym and get a game break from Marianne Eberhardt.
Well, Kenny McCormick just dropped 2 free throws here to give he's going to get a third one, as he was taking a buzzer shot. And he nails all 3 of them to give the Bulldogs the lead heading into the locker room, 29-15. So McCormick took that shot right at the buzzer. They awarded him the free throws. He sunk all 3 of them. Again, the Bulldogs have the lead over the Wright City Wildcats, 15 as we head into the locker room. Back to Jim and Mark.
Interesting. I haven't seen too many fouls on a buzzer beater attempt from distance, but that's a mistake Wright City makes.
They must have clobbered him. It had to be something fairly ugly to get that call for sure.
And good on Kenny for sinking all the free throws. 23-23 here between Clopton and Elsberry. We'll take a quick break, come back with your first half scoring after this as we continue the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Royal Banks, and County Market in Vandalia.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
It was Elsberry early, an 11-4 run to start the game. Clopton came back, took a 13-11 lead after the opening 8 minutes, actually extended that a few more points before Elsberry took over control and actually led 23-21 in the final 30 seconds. And Evans scores to tie the game, and that's where we're at, 23-23, and you've got the first half scoring all figured out.
I do. Let's look at it for the Hawks first. They're led by Mason Street with 9, 6 for Cash Evans, and 6 for Tyler Kuntz, 2 for Kane Evans. 1 for 3 from the free throw line for the Hawks, and they turned it over 10 times. Led the game by 4 is the biggest lead, I believe. For the Indians, Caden Kensler leads them with 9, 7 for Bryce Irvin, 3 for Evan Wilson, the only 3 of the half by either club, 2 for Deshaun Dotson, 2 for Kyle Turnbull. Elsberry was 2 for 3 from the line, and they turned it over 6 times. Their biggest lead was 7. That was early in the first quarter.
23-23 our score after 2. We'll take one more break, come back with second half action after this. This is the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Beinhoff Funeral Homes, and Center Locker Service.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
23 all after 16 minutes. 8 minutes about to be put on the clock, and we're ready for going to be a pretty exciting second half of this ball game. Opening round of this Clopton Invitational 4-5 matchup. You got the rivalry game to start things off. A long week of basketball here on KJFM.
Yeah, that makes it a lot of fun. First 2 games tonight were not terribly close. And now we've got a really good game here. And it's still a close game, reasonably close game over at the small gym as Louisiana leads Wright City 29-15 at half in that ball game. Winner gets Monroe City here.
That's a treat.
The winner in the Louisiana Wright City game will get Winfield, who defeated Mark Twain 73-44.
23 all. Heading into the second half, it'll be Clopton ball. Again, they're in their road uniforms, the road blacks trimmed in red and almost a pale silver.
You know you like that gray.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing good, you want people to be able to see your number.
Exactly.
It sticks out. If you're not playing so good, you kind of like that gray, so they can't tell who you are.
Exactly. All right, Street with it to start the second half for Clopton. Over to the far corner for Kuntz, now back out to Evans. It's a Street again, back to Tyler Kuntz. Lob pass now for Cash Evans. Cash gets it to Street, no good. And the rebound knocked around and picked up by Kyle Turnbull for Elsberry.
Well, Clopton's still sticking with what worked for him in the first half. Run that motion pattern offense and try and pound it inside. Let's see what kind of adjustments Elsberry's made.
Half minute gone here in the third quarter. With it is Turnbull. Turnbull works against Evans all the way to the hoop and can't finish. Got his own rebound, though. And again, can't get it to fall.
Trying to take advantage of the youngster inside, but Turnbull couldn't convert.
Here's Kuntz to Cash Evans. Evans kicks out to Kane. Kane Evans. And now to Mason Street on the far side. And what do we have? A little push.
Wow.
Away from the ball.
Wasn't much to that, was there? After everything that's going on in this game. Nothing really bad. The officiating was good in the first half. I thought they let them play some.
Off the inbound pass. Cash Evans with 2.
He's fielded. He's got 8.
25-23. Here comes Elsberry back the other way. Dotson with it. Works a little floater from the baseline is good for Bryce Irving.
Elsberry likes those shots, don't they? They got him and Dotson and Kinsler all like to shoot those runners.
Yep. Here's Kuntz back the other way for Clopton. To the free throw line now for Cash Evans to Evans again. At the high blocks over to the far side for Mason Street. Street goes to the glass, no good, but a foul's going to give Mason a couple of free throws.
You call out on Kinsler, his first. And as you said, Street will go to the free throw line and get 2.
Trying to undo this tie, and he hits the first one. 26-25, Clopton. We'll switch up the positioning for the second free throw. And Street can't put that one in, and the rebound grabbed by Kane Evans. Back-to-back possession, and a 3 to finish it off by Chase Hall.
Nice kick out by Evans. And Hall converts to 3, and they stretch back to the biggest lead of the game for them at 4.
Here comes Elsberry. Dotson to the near side now for Bryce Irving. Irving drops it down low to Turnbull, and he finishes.
Like Elsberry's going to try and pound it inside to Irving, or to Turnbull, I should say, here in the second half.
Caught in a double team in the backcourt, and they get it ahead to Mason Street. Street to the free throw line now for Evans. Evans shots off the mark. Kane Evans with the rebound off the miss by Cash. Now they get it to Kuntz, saying they're going to call the offensive foul. Bodies everywhere. And
yep, Turnbull got over there in time, took the charge.
Kuntz having to shake it off. He may have hit his elbow.
Yeah, he's shaking his elbow, and so was Turnbull when he got up. Little full court pressure, 2-2-1 zone by Clopton.
Second foul on Tyler Kuntz.
Token pressure, not much resistance at all.
Here's Kinsler back to the far side through Dotson. Here's a 3 from the corner. That one's good.
Wilson with his second 3 ball. And Elsberry retakes the lead by 1.
5-0 run to give them back the lead after trailing by 4 a moment ago. Here's Kane Evans with it. Left the ball, goes to the floor, and picked up by Elsberry. And now we're going to have a foul. We're going to get Street.
Street or maybe Cash Evans. It's going to be Street.
4:52 to go, 1-point ball game. And the first foul whistled against Mason Street.
First sign of things going crazy, getting wild. Tony Francis wants a timeout to settle him down.
4:52 to go, third quarter, 30-29. Elsberry leads on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center and a taste of Philly.
Off the timeouts, an Elsberry miss by Dotson, but it goes off at Clopton out of bounds, and we'll have more substitutions. And back in is Jordan Genowine and Logan Dalrymple. Kuntz out and Cash Evans out. They must not have done what was talked about in that timeout. And off the glass on the inbound play, Bryce Irving extends the Elsberry lead to 3.
Just beat his man Hall to the bucket and got the layup.
Nothing on the near side, Chase Hall for the Hawks. Hawks with it to Genowine. Works it to Street. Now Dalrymple back to Genowine. To Mason Street again, up high for Chase Hall. Hall spins off his man to Genowine. Dribbles through a double team, but has his pass rejected. He tried to kick it out beyond the arc, and here comes Elsberry again. Dotson to the near side, back up top and around. And they'll set things up again. Deshaun Dotson.
Good patience by Elsberry that time instead of shooting one of those crazy shots.
Ball off a foot, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Indians with 3:56 to go.
And they got a break. Had a great angle. It looked like Turnbull got his fingertips on that one before it rolled out of bounds, but none of the officials were in a spot where they could even see that.
32-29, Elsberry leads on the inbound, and the shot wasn't there for Wilson, so he pulls back. They'll set the offense. Dotson with it on the far side, directing traffic. Shoots a ill-advised shot from the far side, and the rebound picked up by Clopton.
He hit the first bucket of the game, didn't he? And that was it for him so far.
Here's Evans off a little contact, no good. Rebound comes all the way out to Irving, and here comes Elsberry again. In transition, he goes through 2 defenders, and the pass is knocked out of bounds by Dalrymple.
Yeah, the defense looked like Genowine got his hand on the ball as he was trying to make that pass. And
kind of got out of sorts after that.
Eli Gladney will come back in. He played about a minute and a half and picked up 2 fouls back in the first half.
Elsberry to inbound. And they do get it to Kyle Turnbull. His turnaround shot's no good, and the rebound pulled down by Kane Evans. Evans hands it off for Chase Hall, and ahead to Genowine. Jordan across the line with speed, trying to go coast to coast. Too high off the glass, and on the rebound, they're going to call a travel against Eli Gladney.
Not real sure what that was. I think he was going to call over the back foul, wasn't he? But he was over his own guy.
Exactly. So he called a travel.
Elsberry's coach is confused like I am. Everybody's confused.
32-29, Elsberry leads. Oh. Yeah, this isn't the friendly rivalry anymore. Work it back, Chase Hall for 3 off the inbound. He splashes it home.
His second 3 of the second half, and we're tied at 32.
2:57 to play. Here's Caden Kinsler. From just inside 3, that one's no good. And on the rebound, a foul against the Hawks.
That's going to be on Dalrymple, I believe.
2:50 to play in the third. Dalrymple comes out, as well as Kane Evans.
Irvin checks out for Elsberry. Wilson back in.
Kinsler to trigger the inbound play. They come all the way out high to Dotson. Deshaun trying to find a little room. Does to the baseline, kicks it back now to Turnbull. Crowd reacting to a Clopton player hitting the deck. That shot off the glass is good.
Turnbull got close to the basket that time, was able to get it to go.
I think Clopton's getting a little too fast right now.
Yep.
And it's almost stolen. Street bails him out. Back to Chase Hall. Down to 2:12 to play in the third quarter. 2-point ball game. Elsberry leads. Has to hand off to Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz trying to make a little room. Gets it to Mason Street. street. Gave up his dribble, gives it off to Evans. He goes off the glass. Cash Evans with 2 more, and it's tied at 34.
He's in double figures with 10.
Here comes Elsberry with speed. Now putting on the brakes is Caden Kinsler. Kinsler to the near side for Dotson. Dotson drops it to Turnbull. Turnbull off the glass, and it's 36-34.
Can't let Turnbull have the ball inside the block or inside. He will score from there.
It's something he's really worked on the last couple of years is working on that post-up move. He's always been big. Now he can finish.
You get him pushed out, though. He still hasn't developed that 10-foot shot.
Yep. Here's Genowine. Into the corner for Kuntz. He's going to go baseline. Off the glass. No, but a foul will send Tyler Kuntz to the line. The junior going to shoot 2.
See how they call that foul on. Looks like they're going to get it on Kinsler, his second. Kuntz will go to the line for the first time with 1:16 to play in the third.
And the first shot is good. And it's a 1-point game. Back into the ball game, Bryce Irving. He replaces Evan Wilson.
Both coaches subbing in and out. Going about 7 deep for Clopton, 8 deep for Elsberry.
He hit them both. And we're knotted again at 36. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Here from the opening round of the Clopton Invitational. Mark Brunick, Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart down the hall, providing updates from the middle school gym as we open up men's tournament play here at the Clopton Invitational. Over to the far side. Working all the way to the baseline. Little floater good for Caden Kinsler.
First we've heard of him in the second half. He's got 11.
38-36. Elsberry pulls back ahead. Near side for Kuntz. Tyler over everybody or around everybody. And he is sent to the floor and will shoot a couple more free throws here.
Yeah, he has not had the propensity tonight anyway to shoot from the outside, so Elsberry's got to back off of him a step or two. He's been able to drive past people.
Third foul on Gladney. Sends Tyler Kuntz back to the free throw line. And he hits the first. 38-37 Elsberry. .5 seconds to go in the third quarter, and he rims out the second one. Kinsler with the rebound. And here come the Indians trying to go coast to coast. Now they kick it back to Bryce Irving over to the far side. Work it to about 10 foot out. That shot no good. And we're going to get Cash Evans for a foul with 26.7 seconds to go, and Elsberry will be shooting free throws.
Turnbull will go to the line for the first time. Elsberry's first trip to the charity stripe here in the third quarter.
Second foul on Cash Evans. A lot of chatting going on.
Talking about post-game pizza.
Is that what it is? Missing the first is Kyle Turnbull.
Let's go with that for right now.
Yeah.
Until we can confirm something different.
Second shot for Kyle. And he makes that one. And it's a 2-point lead. 39-37, 22 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Opening round action between these 4 and 5 seeded teams. Here's Kuntz. Lobs it down low. Oh, Evans avoided getting it taken away, but threw it too hard off the glass.
Spun, and he was more open than he could imagine.
And all the way coast to coast is Kinsler, and he extends this to a 4-point lead after 3 quarters. Elsberry 41, Clopton 37. Back with the fourth after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
After a little bit of sloppy play opening the third quarter here in the middle school gym, Louisiana has extended their lead over Wright City by the score of 41-21. We still have 1:48 to go here in the third. After a turnover on a travel call from Caps, it will be Wright City's basketball under their own basket. So again, with 1:48 to go in the third, Louisiana leads Wright City 41-21. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
So no letdown for Louisiana as they lead by 20 in the second half of that ball game here. It's a 4-point Elsberry lead as they've been able to get this back to a couple of baskets and had the ball to start the fourth quarter, but miss on the 3 ball, and Evans with the rebound for Clopton. Here's Genowine with it on the far point.
Elsberry was able to speed Clopton up a little bit in the second half of that third quarter.
Ball tipped and taken away by Elsberry. Here comes Irving, and what do we have? Offensive foul?
Called something away from the ball. And Elsberry's coach wants to know what?
Deshaun Dotson called for his third personal.
It was away from the ball, so I'm guessing there was some sort of illegal pick.
And they're still explaining. 7:25 to go here in the fourth. Clopton with the ball trailing 41-37. They need a bucket here. And we're going to have another foul, and that's going to be the fourth on Dotson. And he'll be replaced by Eli Gladney, who has 3 fouls himself.
Yep, just a little too aggressive on the defensive end. As
Genowine replaced by Kane Evans.
Right.
Here's Hall from the half-court stripe to the near side. He gives it to Kane Evans. To Street. Street's turnaround was about 2 foot short.
Pretty good defense that time by Elsberry. Got both hands up in his face.
And a little bump there, and another offensive foul. This one against Bryce Irving. And that draws the ire of not just the coaches, but the fans for Elsberry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the rivalry's back.
Yep. This is like Cards Cubs after McGuire and Sosa retired.
There you go. Elsberry still leads by 4 nonetheless.
Uh-huh. Street gets it across to Evans off the glass, and Cash with 2 more.
And good recognition by Street. The double team came and left Cash wide open. He converts the layup.
2-point game. Here's a 3 from the far side. Evan Wilson.
His third of the night.
44-39. Elsberry up by a handful here with 6:12 to go in regulation. Here's Evans with it out high. It's a Street. Off his hip and taken away. 2-on-1 for the Indians, and we're going to have a foul. As Kuntz was sent flying, but he was the one that initiated the contact.
Yeah, his third foul.
And a timeout yelled for, now finally granted to Coach Tony Francis and the Clopton Hawks. They trail by 5, 44-39 to Elsberry in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
44-39 here in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes gone. That was an exciting timeout.
Spirited affair we've got here, as we expected. It's a long way from being over. 6:02 to play in the game.
Right now, Elsberry by 5, but no lead is safe between these two teams. Kinsler to inbound, gets it to Kyle Turnbull, back to Kinsler. And we're underway again. Gladney with it. Works it down to the low post. Trying to find some room. May have got away with a step or two there, and then it's out of bounds back to Clopton. Ball went about, 25 feet in the air?
Yeah, it slipped out of Turnbull's hands and almost got to the ceiling.
Yeah, it did. Here's Kuntz. Back the other way for the Clopton Hawks. Evans gives it to Street. Now for Chase Hall. Hall gives up his dribble, now gives it to Kane Evans. Kane gives it back to Kuntz, drops it off to Cash, and he traveled.
Yep, took a little step before he put it on the floor.
Pass got a little close to him. Couldn't make the move he wanted, had to take a step. Here's Turnbull. Works center of the lane and has to just smack it back to his point guard.
You don't want him dribbling too much outside like that.
Nope. Little floater from the baseline. That's a nice move for Kinsler.
He's up to 15.
Biggest lead of the night for Elsberry.
Matching in their first half lead to 7.
3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Clopton needs a bucket.
They do.
Here's Kuntz with it. Out high for Kane Evans. Gets to Cash, and he's fouled.
Trying to play a nice little high-low game with the Evans brothers and worked to perfection that time. Elsberry, it's just their 16th foul.
7th or 8th, they say.
Oh, so I see. Yeah. They've got them, even though they're in white, they've got them as visitors on the scoreboard.
Yeah, because the other side says Hawks.
Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it?
And the first shot earns the second for Cash Evans. Makes it a 6-point game. 46-40 here in the fourth.
Turnbull's third foul.
And the second is good as well.
Big man having a night. 14. He's just a sophomore.
It's a 5-point game. Getting toward the final 4 minutes. Here's Bryce Irving with it. Crosses over a couple times. Now gets it back to Kyle Turnbull. Turnbull. Back to Irving. 4:27 to go.
No 2-3 zone this time by Clopton.
It's a good look with the personnel they have on the floor right now.
Hall's going to come out and kind of defend the basketball.
Now with it is Irving to Wilson. All the way over to Kinsler on the near side. Gets a pass out to Gladney. Out to the far side for Irving. They're very happy to run some clock here up by 5.
Yeah, I mean.
Here's Irving. Free throw line, kicks it back to Kinsler. Kinsler from the free throw line extended is no good, and the rebound picked up by Chase Hall. You got to score points at the end of that, though.
Yeah, you're doing Clopton a favor.
Here's Genowine. Oh, he thrashes through the defense and scores.
Yes, he did, and the lead's 3, single possession game.
3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kick it back out. Here's Wilson. Now for Irving. Irving can't hit, but is fouled. Looks like it's going to go on Chase Hall.
It is. Irving will go to the free throw line for the first time in the second half. He'll get 2. He's got 11 tonight so far.
And the first shot rims out.
In and out.
Back in is Cash Evans replacing Logan Dalrymple.
Dotson will return for Elsberry with his 4 fouls.
One more for Bryce Irving at the line. And he hit. And a timeout taken by Elsberry. 3:16 to go, 47-43. Let's send it to the middle school gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Brian Capps is at the free throw line for first of 2 free throw shots. He sinks the first one. He'll get the second one on a missed shot, but he received a foul on for his efforts. 46-22 is our score. 6:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Capps' second free throw shot on the way. The left-hander drains them both and extends that lead 47-22. Again, 6:06 to go here in the basketball game. Louisiana leads Wright City. That's been another Eagle 102 game break.
47-43 here. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back with more fourth quarter action after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
And a steal off the timeout, but stolen right back by Clopton. And now a foul going to be whistled, and an offensive foul at that against Clopton.
On Tyler Kuntz, it'll be his 4th.
5 minutes gone here in quarter number 4. You got to keep Kuntz on the floor at this point.
Yep, 2-2-1 full court pressure. Let's see if they turn up the screws a little bit. Nope, they don't. They just back off, kind of a token zone at zone press feel.
47-43 is the Elsberry lead. Bringing it down is Dotson. He's playing with 4 fouls. Gives it off to Turnbull. Turnbull has it go to the floor, and it's tied up. Now we're going to call a timeout. They do call a timeout. Elsberry, 2:36 before the jump was called. 47-43, the Indians lead Clopton on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's Smokehouse Meats invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex, and Troy. Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown's Smokehouse Meats.
47-43, Elsberry with the lead and the ball after the timeout. 2:36 to play here in the fourth quarter. Opening round of this 26 Clopton Invitational. Mark Ronick, Jim Ross, Marianne down the hall giving us game breaks. It's been an exciting second game here between these two rivals. Kinsler to inbound. Gets it back out to Wilson. Wilson to the near side for Irving. Irving dribbles out of the corner to the free throw line. And, they are going to call an offensive foul as Hall looked like he just kind of fell down.
I couldn't tell if he had a forearm out there. We didn't have a very good angle. He must have gave him a little chicken wing shot.
Yeah, that's the second foul on Irving. And
against Hall.
Yeah.
Maybe Irving should learn something, huh?
Yeah, right. And with it is Jordan Genowine. Clopton tries to clear out this 4-point deficit. Genowine baseline and can't get that one to fall. Rebound tipped out, and Elsberry going to take over. Wilson almost had that stolen in the backcourt. Here's Dotson. Works against Kuntz.
Clopton out of the zone, back into a man-to-man.
Dotson against Kuntz. Out to Turnbull. Turnbull works against Evans and a travel, yeah. Minute 42 to go.
I just don't know that you want Kyle out there handling the basketball, 20 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
You've got all these guards. Get it to them. Let them penetrate.
Here's Genowine with it. Out to Street. Street tried to get it to Evans. It's taken away. That just has not been there right now.
Well, Elsberry content to slow things down, up by 4.
Here's Kinsler with it. Out on the far side. Makes a good move all the way to the hoop. That's easy.
Yep, that's what he does best.
Kind of lulls you to sleep and then takes off. He's got a great first step.
Yes, he does.
Back the other way. Now trailing by 6 are the Hawks. And what do we have? A foul.
Hand check call, I believe, on Wilson.
Probably wiped a basket off the
scoreboard. Send Kuntz to the line, though. He'll get 2 shots as Elsberry's over the 10-foul double bonus.
We're under a minute to go in this ball game. 57.1 seconds to go. It's a 6-point Elsberry lead. They won by 9 the first time they faced each other back on December 10th. And the first shot is short. And something on the floor.
I don't know what it is, but the officials being very...
it's a Band-Aid. That's what it was.
Careful when picking it up.
Yeah. And a timeout taken before the second free throw. 57.1 seconds to go. It's Elsberry 49, Clopton 43 in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
And after the timeout, Kuntz hits the free throw. Make it 49-44.
They'll get him out with his 4 fouls. Bring in Dalrymple.
And in the backcourt with it is Dotson. He works past the defender. Kicks it near side, almost lost. And good defensive work by the Hawks, but now they got to defend this inbound.
With a 5-point lead, I don't know I guess you got a foul maybe.
Yeah.
If they can't steal the inbound.
They get it in, and that's the one they want to foul, I think. They won't call a foul, though. Dalrymple finally
they do.
gets a whistle and will send Kyle Turnbull to the line.
Just be a one-on-one opportunity. Dalrymple's second, I believe.
Haven't put anything on the board yet. There it is, finally.
So Turnbull, 1 for 2 from the line, 1 for 3, I should say, from the line so far tonight. This is kind of an important one.
That it is. And he hits the first. Extends back to a 6-point lead for the Indians.
Still just a 2-possession game, though. This is the one that will really make a difference with 45 seconds to play.
Well, the way the game's been tonight, it was already a 3-possession game because Clopton hasn't hit a 3 all night.
Chase Hall hit a couple.
Okay.
Now. Come on.
They've been sporadic at best.
That I will agree with that. They can't take this much time, though, I can tell you.
There's Kuntz working inside the 3-point line, and the shot no good. And on the rebound, oh, what a play by Bryce Irving in the near corner as he threw that off a Genuine and able to retain possession.
I couldn't tell where it must have bounced out of bounds before he caught it, because he caught it standing out of bounds.
Here's Dotson. And a foul whistled. 19.3 seconds to go, and looking like Elsberry's going to head into the
Well, it's too late to foul now.
Championship semis.
When you get down 3 possessions, fouling won't help you. You either got to make steals and hit buckets or just take your medicine.
51-44.
Dotson to the line for the first time. He scored the first 2 points of the night and hadn't scored since.
Well, maybe he'll get the last 2. Nope, not with that shot. Misses the front half of the 1-and-1, down to 15 seconds. Hawks need a miracle. Ain't going to get it. Out of bounds back to Elsberry with 10.1 seconds to go, and the Indians can run out the clock.
That they can. Now they're going to back off. Yep. Coach Francis realizes the great effort by these guys, but it's not going to be quite enough.
Yep, just ran out of steam.
Elsberry's going to be able to dribble it out.
51-44, our final. Elsberry into the championship semis with a win over the host Clopton Hawks. Hawks will go into the consolation side of this bracket here in the 2022 edition. 51-44, our final. Back with the post game, and we'll check in with Marianne before we go to break with an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, my game finished up just a moment ago as well as Louisiana advances on over Wright City by the score of 55-23. We'll go over some scoring updates for you during the post-game show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM.
Final in this one, the Elsberry Indians down the Clopton Hawks 51-44, beating Clopton for the second time here in the Dale Miller Gymnasium this season. Did it again back on December 10th, and now again here to open 2022. So 51-44, a little bit closer this time, but Clopton just kind of run out of gas there at the end, and a nice fourth quarter, last 5 minutes really for the Elsberry Indians.
Well, Elsberry kind of turned the tables on them. When they got ahead by 4, they decided to hang on to the basketball a little bit and make Clopton play defense. And Elsberry was able to make a bucket or two down the stretch. Clopton was not. They turned it over a couple times late, and that was created the margin of victory of 7.
51-44, our final. Elsberry over Clopton, and let's see if Marianne has her final scoring numbers tallied up over as Louisiana picks up a victory.
I do have my scoring numbers ready. Leading all scores tonight was Ryan Camps for the Bulldogs. He had 13 on the night. Jack Logan with 10, followed by Nathan Perkins with 6. Mason Washington added at 12 as well. Tremaine Chapman with 4. Wyatt Harrison along with Donovan Richards and Kenny McCormick each had 3 from the free throw line. For Wright City, they basically spread everything out. Just about everybody who touched the court had a bucket or two going in for them. So no one in double figures for them. So again, tonight's leading scorer in this matchup was Ryan Capps, 13 points, but more impressively, he was 5 for 6 from the charity stripe this evening, all coming in the fourth quarter. So again, the Bulldogs advance on to face Winfield on Thursday evening after defeating Wright City by the score of 55-23. Back to Mark and Jim.
51-44, the final. Elsberry over Clopton here. We'll take one final break, come back with our final scoring numbers from this opening round game, and set up the action for tomorrow night here as the ladies go into semifinal play at this 26th Clopton Invitational. Wrap it up after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
If you expect the best in customer service and want quality insurance coverage on the things you love, the Evans Insurance Agency is a must call. Call 816-772-5182 and talk to Scott to tap into his many, many moons of experience, or Shaylee for her friendly attitude. And if all else fails, ask to talk to Will Evans. She's the real boss anyway. The Evans family is here for your home, auto, and business needs.
Tell my mom and dad what I'm doing.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Final here, 51-44, Elsberry over Clopton. Our final scoring numbers for this ball game.
Let's take a look at the Hawks first. A couple, 3 guys in double figures. Cash Evans had a great night, 14 for him. Mason Street with 10, Tyler Kuntz with 10. 6 for Chase Hall on 2 threes, and 2 each for Jordan Genowine and Kane Evans. Hawks were 8 for 13 from the charity stripe, turned it over 17 times, and that's going to be something that Coach Francis wants to talk about. They led, their biggest lead was 4, and they dropped to 6 and 5 on the season. For Elsberry, they were led by Caden Kinsler with 17, 12 for Bryce Urban, 11 for Kyle Turnbull, 9 for Evan Wilson. He hit 3 threes. And 2 for Deshaun Dotson. Elsberry was 6 for 10 from the charity stripe, turned it over 10 times. They led by as many as 7 in the first half and won by 7, 51-44. They raised their record to 10-2. And for their good work tonight, they get Monroe City on Thursday night.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
That could be a fun one, though, boy, because Elsberry likes to go up and down, and we know Monroe likes to go up and down, so that could be
and
rock
you know
'em,
what?
sock 'em.
Yeah, and with Elsberry's physicality, I think that could be an interesting matchup.
Well, let's not get terribly carried away.
Oh, I know.
We'd love it if it
Yeah.
was, but I think the shooting skills for Monroe City will outweigh Elsberry's shooting skills, and that may be the problem for them. But and Elsberry really, if Clopton did anything really good tonight, it was on the offensive glass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Evans boys and Kuntz, they got all over the boards. Street was in there as well. And that's something Elsberry's going to need to clean up before Thursday night, or they'll be in trouble against Monroe. Clopton, on the other hand, will advance to play Silex. In the other side of the bracket, Winfield defeated Mark Twain 73-44. Louisiana 55-23, as Marianne just told you, over Wright City. So Winfield will play Louisiana. That's in the middle school, or in the high school gym, I should say, at 7:30. And in the consolation side at 7:30, Mark Twain and Wright City. Tomorrow night, you want me to roll on and
let's talk about
night?
the girls.
Yeah, the girls will be back in action tomorrow night, semifinal night, in the middle school gym at 6, Louisiana and Mark Twain. This is on the consolation side of the bracket. Wright City and Winfield will square off at 7:30. Here in the high school gym, the top seed Elsberry will take on Monroe City, an upset winner over Mark Twain. And the number 2 seed, host Clopton Lady Hawks, will take on upset winner Silex, who upset Winfield, at 7:30. So we should have a couple of pretty good basketball games. Actually, we could have good basketball games all over the place tomorrow night with the girls. So come on out and watch a little good basketball, and if you can't, tune in to us. If it's got anything electronic, you can get us.
Exactly. Final in this one, Elsberry 51, Clopton 44. And we'll wrap up night number 2 of this Clopton Invitational. For Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart, Mark Froenig saying we'll see you tomorrow for more basketball from Clopton here on KJFM.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.